he will be an issue for Ankeny on defense when it comes to playing against different teams here in the postseason. For Linn-Mar, it's Dylan Musinski, one of the top touchdown leaders in Class 5A at the running back position. A really good downhill runner, can make people miss in open space. Lions will rely on him heavily if they want to get a win tonight in Ankeny. For the Valley Tigers, it's their linebacker, Andrew Price. With injuries being so big for Valley this season, kind of all over the skill positions, one thing has stayed for certain. Andrew Price is unbelievable at the linebacker position. He can get to the quarterback at any given moment, and he's going to rack up at least 10 tackles a game. Keep an eye out for Andrew Price. For Sioux City East, they are a gunslinging type offense, and they're led by their junior Cal Jepson. The quarterback will be one to watch. If Sioux City East wants a chance tonight, Cal Jepson has to throw the ball well. For the Johnston Dragons, it's been and has been for the last couple of years, it's Will Nuss, the quarterback. If he's good, Johnston is good. If he has an off night, Johnston struggles. Will Nuss is the key for the Dragons if they want to get far in the postseason. And then for Waterloo West, it's our only offensive lineman on the list, but Carson Nielsen is just that. He is a four-star lineman headed to the University of Iowa, and he is massive. 6'7", over 280 pounds. He is unbelievable at the tackle position. They will run behind him tonight, undoubtedly. Keep an eye out for Carson Nielsen. For Dowling Catholic, it's been someone that's been there for quite a while. Rashad Davis is the key. If he can get going, then they're kind of unstoppable because you have to account for him in the running game and possibly in the passing game. Rashad Davis, the running back for Dowling Catholic, he is the star. Doesn't need the football like Tom Wilson told me earlier this week, but boy, he sure loves it when the ball is in his hands. For Ankeny Centennial, Braden Jackson is a big one to watch. He is going to be high-flying. He has been unbelievable all year, runs like a college running back. Braden Jackson will be a phenomenal threat for Ankeny Centennial tonight. For the Cedar Falls Tigers, Devarian Clark is just like Braden Jackson. He is very, very strong. He can run downhill, looks like a college tailback, but the biggest thing about him is that he's not hurt, and that is a huge deal for Cedar Falls. He's dealt with injuries all year. Clark will be one to watch. And then for Iowa City High, who takes on Centennial tonight, it's Bobby Bacon, the quarterback. He has led them through hell and high water this year for sure. It's been one of those seasons where one-point games have been aplenty, and Bobby Bacon has continued to show it out. Watch out for Bobby Bacon to sizzle a couple defenses here tonight. For Iowa City West, it's Jack Wallace, the quarterback. Kid can run and he can pass. He is an issue for Iowa City West, along with Mason Woods at the wide receiver position. It's a deadly 1-2 combo. Watch out for Jack Wallace in the Trojans' offense. For Bettendorf, it's their D tackle, Amari Washington, who is the leading tackler on the team. He can get in the backfield. He can disrupt defenses. Bettendorf will rely on him heavily when it comes to the defensive side of the ball. For Pleasant Valley, Elijah Rodney, a running back. He is one to watch. Pleasant Valley has always had great running backs. Elijah Rodney is no different. He's over 1,000 yards on the season. Keep an eye out for Elijah Rodney for PV tonight. Could cause issues for Southeast Polk. And for the Rams, their quarterback has been the one thing that's really been consistent for them, that has been good and led them to their 3 straight state championships. The quarterback's going to have to do it again. Holden Hanson, the senior, has had great games. He's had a couple of games where he's been down. We don't know who he's going to throw to tonight with Sam Zelenovich possibly being injured. But we do know one thing. Holden Hanson is the key for Southeast Polk tonight and through the postseason. We're going to toss it to a quick break, and when we come back, we got some coach interviews and much more. You're watching the CISN Football Pregame Show.
The world is going electric, and Metro Heating and Cooling is leading the charge. Just like Tesla revolutionized how we drive, we are transforming how you experience comfort by offering electric air source heat pumps. Experience the unparalleled efficiency, comfort, and savings, and the best part is, it's more affordable than ever. Receive up to $3,000 of a qualifying Trane home comfort system. Join the electric revolution with Metro Heating and Cooling and enjoy a smarter, greener future today. Visit our website or call us now to make the switch.
The deals are hot this month at DeArmond Ford Indianola. New 2024 F-150 XLTs with 3.9% for 60 months, plus up to $8,000 off MSRP. Get $6,000 off or 2.9% for 72 months on new 2024 Expeditions and new 2024 Edge and Escapes, both with 1.9% for 60 months, plus up to $2,075 rebate. No payments for 90 days on all new Fords at DeArmond Ford Indianola.
fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. It's time for the coach interview segment of tonight's pregame show. I had a chance to sit down with head coach Gary Swenson of the Valley Tigers to talk about their big game tonight. Here with head coach Gary Swenson of the Valley Tigers. Coach, thanks for joining me here today. Playoffs are here. You're 7-2 going into the playoffs. Unlike the last couple of years, you've had to kind of sweat things out going to the postseason, but you sit yourself in a good position. You got home field advantage. How's this year feel to the last couple of years going into the postseason?
Well, you're always happy to qualify, and it makes it easier if your seed allows you to be at home. You know, the last 2 years, it just so happened we matched up with Pleasant Valley, so we had a 3-hour bus ride. And then, 2 years ago, we went from that to the Dome for the quarterfinals, and then we were in the Dome for the semis, and then back up there for I mean, you're always happy to go wherever if you're still playing, but it's unquestioned that it's easier on your team to be able to be at home. So we're really glad to be playing this at Valley Stadium, and hopefully we can look like a playoff team.
You guys have been beat up a little bit the last couple of weeks, couple of injuries here and there. As of today, we're recording this on Tuesday. How do you look for this upcoming week?
Well, we're not going to have everybody back for this weekend, but I mean, this time of year, I think everybody can point to some injuries. That's just part of it. None of us have any real quality depth. You try to move the pieces around and, play good football. And I think we can do that. So we're not going to be full strength. We're also not going to be, feeling sorry for ourselves. We're happy to be here, and I'm hoping we can play very well and move on.
You got Sioux City East, a team that a couple of the teams in the Metro have been, they've played, so you got a little bit of tape across there. Tell me about this team. Junior quarterback who can throw. They kind of match you guys a little bit. They can throw the ball. They can run the ball a little bit. What has stood out to you guys on film and whatnot about Sioux City East?
Yeah, they throw it very well. I think I honestly believe we're a better football team. I think we match up pretty well with them. They can throw it on anybody. I'll be disappointed if they can, run the ball consistently. We haven't seen them do that against other people, so I'm hoping they won't against us either. So I like our chances. I think that we can do some things that will give them problems. I mean, everybody that qualifies for the playoffs, deserves the respect of a week of intense preparation. That's how we always look at it. So they could be the lowest seed left in whatever format you're using, but I've just seen too many people trip themselves up by, we're just going to look ahead to that next one because we think this one's in the bag. And you just can't do that with high school guys. They can see right through that. So I told our kids Sunday when we got back together, we were going to prepare for this game, just like we did for the first 9. We just separate it. And then when you're done, you hopefully are coming back in Sunday to prepare for the quarterfinals.
Coach, I really appreciate your time. Good luck to you and the Tigers here on Friday night.
Appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach. Once again, I want to take a moment to thank all the coaches who have chatted with us tonight. We appreciate it greatly. Good luck to them this evening. We'll take one more break and be back to go over your entire Class 5A football playoff schedule tonight. We'll be right back.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals. So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Welcome back to the CISN Football Pregame Show. I'm your host, Blake Walker. It's time to wrap things up before getting you out to the big games tonight. Let's go over your schedule in Class 5A, every playoff game this evening. Your first pod to keep an eye out for, the Liberty Lightning host the Waukee Warriors. Waukee is without their starting quarterback, Beckett Baker. They will go on the road to take on a high-scoring Liberty offense, but they also give up some points. Keep an eye out for Waukee in this one. Could be playing spoiler as the 16 seed. And then Ankeny is taking on Linn-Mar. This game's starting late in the window, 8:30 because of Centennial and Iowa City High playing. Ankeny has already lost to one team out east. They'll try to take care of Linn-Mar here, who is a very sneaky team with a very talented running back group. Your second pod, Valley hosting Sioux City East. The Tigers have been on fire this year, have only slipped up only a couple times, but they face a Sioux City East team that, like them, likes to throw the football a little bit with Cal Jepson at the helm. Keep an eye out for this one. Sioux City East has already lost to two CIML schools this year. They'll try to upset Valley tonight. And the winner of that game will take on the winner of Johnston versus Waterloo West. The Dragons are having a phenomenal year, have really been sneaky good with Will Nuss at quarterback, a very talented running game, and a defense that has been lights out. They take on a Waterloo West team who has had a weird season, but have beaten the teams they needed to beat to get to the postseason. They defeated Ottumwa last week on a last-minute touchdown to fight their way into the postseason. They'll look to upset the Dragons here tonight. Your next pod, Dowling Catholic versus Cedar Falls. Boy, this feels like an old school matchup, but really they've only played each other once in the Bound era, dating back to 2006, and Dowling Catholic won on 15 straight unanswered in the fourth quarter. Cedar Falls is a very sound team. They're finally healthy for the first time this year, and they take on a Dowling Catholic team that has given up some points, has played in some close games, but with Tom Wilson leading the helm, you just never know what Dowling is capable of as they try to get back to state championship winning caliber. And then the team that they'll play if they win, Centennial taking on Iowa City High. An early game here, a 5:30 kickoff. Centennial, really good this year, really good in the running attack, but have lost the two close games that they've been a part of, and they face a Iowa City High team who has also been a part of some very close games. Iowa City High led by Bobby Bacon. Boy, they are a tough test when they come out from out east. Keep an eye out for this one. Should be a good one between the Jags and the Little Hawks. And finally, number 3 seeded Bettendorf takes on number 14 seeded Iowa City West. Bettendorf. The playoffs in 2024 are underway. Sioux City East and Valley. Sioux City East starts with an onside kick to start the evening, and that is how we get started. Welcome to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, John Schaefer with you here for our first round of the 2024 Iowa High School Football Playoffs in Class 5A. Dar Danielson will join us in just a second as Sioux City East gets the onside kick. Well, let's see if we can actually toss it down to Dar real quick. Dar, it's a cold night. Couple injury news tonight that you have to share for Valley.
Yeah, Zay Robinson will be out. They're hoping to play tonight. Sioux City's coach said they have to do everything perfectly tonight. No mistakes, no turnovers. Come out with the onside kick.
We'll see how Sioux City East comes out blazing. Cal Jepson is the starting quarterback. He's a gunslinger. He'll hand off to Miles Wager on first down and will be roughed down to the backfield. John, I'll bring you in. First of all, how about the guts to go for the onside kick on the opening play?
I mean, Sioux City East knows what they're up against tonight, so they're going to take everything in the playbook, play like there's no tomorrow, and we see that right out of the gates. Also have to mention, Blake, all-time jersey matchup, going black, orange, and white on one side and the other tonight.
It is going to be a fun one. Sioux City East 6-3 this season. Their losses are to Sergeant Bluff, Luton, Southeast Polk, and Johnson, all of which are in the postseason. Valley losses to Dowling and Ankeny. Cal Jepson back to throw on second down. He fires a dart to the 49-yard line. This is caught by number 6. That is Quentin Ashcraft. That's his 31st catch of the season, Sioux City East. An offense, John, that can score the ball well.
Yeah.
We'll talk about their defense on the other side, but you got to call them against Southeast Polk, and they did not score the ball.
No, they struggle against that Southeast Polk defense, unlike what we're seeing so far right now. Sioux City East getting the ball moving, getting the flow going, and really that's a big completion for Jepson to get settled in.
On third down, it's short. Jepson fires out to the flat, and wide open is Wager. Wager makes a man miss off to the far sideline and runs out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Miles Wagner, not big in the passing attack by any means, but he can sneak out of the backfield.
And this is a great play design here. If you watch it again, or if we get another look at it, Austin Shepard plays a nice little pick here on the outside DB, and that creates some space for Wager to get out there. And Wager is a name you might recognize. His older brother Brandon played for the University of Iowa, of course, and then worked his way around, had some issues, but ended up being a Panther for the time in the NFL, and a pretty solid NFL career.
2 wide receivers out to the left and 1 to the right. Here comes a man in motion for the Black Raiders. Jepson going to look and rolls out to his right, fires downfield. He's got a man, and it's caught! No, he dropped it. Just dropped on the far sideline by number 12, Austin Shepard. Had his man, could not be caught.
Great job buying himself some time by Jepson, and Shepard just backpedaling and could not bring it down. Great job by the defender there to break it up. It's a great play design. Second down and 10, though, for Sioux City East here, but I like that they're playing unafraid. They, again, know what they're up against in a very good Valley team, and Sioux City playing as an underdog tonight.
Sioux City East scored first against Southeast Polk, 3-0, and then got outscored 48-0 the rest of the way. So the Black Raiders a little similar here to how things started against Southeast Polk. Quick pass, and that is fired right off the helmet of Austin Shepard. That's something that Sioux City East likes to do. Quick throws. Watching film today, that time Shepard just misses his target.
Yeah, Shepard wasn't quite, didn't get his head around for it. I think he probably didn't catch the right route there because that was a rifle from Jepson. Again, that ball's got to get out fast tonight because Valley knows how to get after a quarterback really quickly. We've seen Jepson have to break the pocket a couple of times tonight and really try and create some opportunities.
Loudon Grimsley is out to the far, or this near side to the camera. Third down and 10 upcoming for the Black Raiders. Tie-in in motion. Jepson fires short, misses his intended target, John Yates. 527-yard receiver this season, second highest on the team, and Sioux City East has a decision to make on fourth down.
Yeah, and I think after all the work you've put into it, you're not in close enough to hit a field goal here from the leg I saw. We've got a little wind out of the south, though, that could help it, but I think you're going to see him go for it here on 4th and 10.
3 wide receivers out to the left side, 1 to the right. Cal Jepson, the junior quarterback, leads Sioux City East in career passing yards, just as a junior. That tells you what he's done in his career. 4th down and long. Jepson fires downfield, misses his target, and it'll be a quick stop on 4th down, and Valley will take over on offense, where we get to see Drake DeGroat and an offense that, Dar talked about it when we just came on the air. Zay Robinson will not play tonight. They have weapons, and that's one thing that Drake DeGroat can use. Plus, Valley's O-line is very big up front to help the running game.
Absolutely. Darius Mason leading this team with 91 carries and 433 yards on the ground. He only has 3 touchdowns because, well, they've done a lot of course, passing the ball this year. But the other guy to watch is King Coleman, the senior. He's got 5 tutties, 68 carries for almost 500 yards.
Darius Mason is the back. He looks like a third down back, but they have him in usually for first and second downs. Drake DeGroat will pitch this one out on the short side and not going very far is Jaden Brown. He is wrapped down by Jacob Brayfogle, who you're going to hear his name a lot. He is the leading tackler for Sioux City East, and he's also a wrestling star for the Black Raiders. He can cause havoc in the backfield.
You know, wrestling does like to translate occasionally here on the football field, but nice job penetrating, getting to the wide receiver there before he can really get that end around going, and tackle for a 1-yard loss, sets up a 2nd and long. Look for Valley to maybe get some chunk yards back here on the ground again.
DeGroat has really settled into his role, came in off the JV roster last year, took Valley all the way to the state tournament at the Unidome. Now having a pretty good season himself, as here's a handoff to Darius Mason, and Mason pushes forward for a couple yards. Sioux City East is not as big as Valley up front, so they're really going to have to rely on some really good linebacker play.
And I think the thing to watch here if you're Valley is play action is going to be your best friend, because if Sioux City East catches themselves cheating up a little bit because they don't want to let that runner get downhill, you're going to get some shots over the top.
0-0 is our score, 19-13 to go here in the first quarter, just getting going here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, John Schaefer, Dar Danielson down on the sideline. 3rd down and long for the Tigers. DeGroat bobbles the snap, has to pick it up, and runs out of time. He is sacked down in the backfield by number 11, Jack Oman.
And this could not be a worse start if you're a Valley Tiger, or a better start if you're Sioux City East. Aside from not scoring there, you get a 3-and-out really quick on Valley, get the ball back into your offense's hands, and that's going to be your best defense, is keeping it out of the hands of DeGroat tonight.
Jack Oman at kind of a lineman position, 6'5". He's a basketball player,
buddy.
good power forward for the Black Raiders, who have had a pretty good basketball team the last couple seasons, that time getting to the quarterback, and now the Black Raiders will punt this one away. This is Jaden McGregory, who boots this thing high into the fall air, and it bounces. Not a great punt. Going to bounce, let's see where they put this thing at about the 30.
It's got to be around
keep
the
walking,
35,
37-yard line. Want to quickly go down to Dar Danielson if Dar's listening. Dar, the weather tonight, it's a cool fall evening. Talk about field conditions and the weather tonight.
Oh, it's just perfect. Hot chocolate, little bit of breeze. I don't really feel it on the field, but this is more like the September, early October weather we're used to. We've been spoiled this year, but we saw the punter with Sioux City East have trouble against Southeast Polk. When they get pressure on him, he tends to sky it a little bit.
Have to see how that plays out tonight. Thanks, Dar, down on the sideline. We'll keep him in touch all evening. Miles Wager gets the call on 1st down, pushes his head forward for a couple yards. They don't run the ball necessarily too much, only 805 rushing yards this season. But you look at yards per play, John, 5 per rushing play for both Valley and Sioux City East, 13.2 in the passing attack.
Yeah, and that tells you they both like to attack in the trenches, and those offensive linemen are doing a good job of even just getting a yard or two of push so that your running backs aren't meeting contact until they're downhill already.
The 2nd down and 7:40 to go here in the first quarter. Jepson fires short to Wager and maybe gets about a yard, so heavy dose of Miles Wager here to start tonight.
And he gets sandwiched too. Nice job by Valley, a pair of defenders there just laying the hammer to make this a 3rd and medium, let's call it 3rd and 6 it would appear.
And we've seen it a couple times. You'll see it later. A couple good sidearm throws by Cale Jepson, a baseball player as well for Sioux City East, so definitely has the ability to throw the ball, and he's a gunslinger. He likes to run around, likes to take shots. We'll see what they do here. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right on 3rd down and medium for the Black Raiders. Again, got the ball in great field position. Jepson over the middle, throws a dart, and it's dropped. Just a little bit low and away for his intended target, John Yates. And that'll bring up 4th down, and again, you assume they're going to go for it.
And that's a catch Yates you want him to make there. I think Jepson does a nice job there to kind of lead him away from getting lit up by a safety on that play. So it's a great throw by Jepson. Just got to haul that one in if you're Yates. Now, once again, a 4th and 6, and I think all night you're going to see Sioux City East go for it if they're in plus territory.
And you got to wonder what type of play call you see here. I mean, this is pretty much exactly the same field spot that they had it the first time.
Look for a little in route maybe with Yates on the inside, maybe a little quick corner or something like that too on the outside.
4th down and 6. Loudon Grimsley in motion. Fires a deep ball. It is caught! Touchdown! Sioux City East!
It's Yates again coming down with it, a ball over the top, and you know what? Sioux City East probably said, Valley's thinking what I was thinking. They're just going to try and get the 1st down. No, they go for the whole thing, and what a dime by Jepson, and Sioux City East strikes first.
Cal Jepson, the junior, throws a dart all the way down the middle of the field, and the Black Raiders strike first here at Valley Stadium.
This is a team playing with a totally different energy than what we saw at Southeast Polk that night. Playoff football change, folks.
Jacob Barral will attempt the extra point, puts it through. Sioux City East on top, 7-0. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Sioux City East 7.
Save big at DeArmond CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off, plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames. DeArmondAmes.com.
Metro Heating and Cooling is celebrating 40 years of keeping Des Moines comfortable. To celebrate, this October we're offering $40 off one of our seasonal maintenance plans or $40 off any repair. Get your home ready for the colder months with expert care and big savings. Whether it's a quick tune-up or a much-needed fix, we've got you covered. So call Metro Heating and Cooling today to celebrate 40 years with $40 off this October. Trust the team that's been keeping you warm since 1984.
The Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, John Schaefer with you here. We'll go down to Dar Danielson a minute after the kickoff. Sioux City East on top of Valley 7-0 thanks to a Cal Jepson long bomb touchdown. And the Black Raiders lead 7-0 here on the road against Valley. This is a 13 seed versus a 4 seed game. This time they're going to kind of pooch kick it. And short return by Michael Laylasher. Laylasher pushes this one to the near side. Here goes Laylasher, finally brought down at the 44-yard line. Go downstairs to Dar. Dar, this has been a back-and-forth game so far, but what do you sense from the Valley sideline? Any shell shock yet?
No, but talking with Gary Swenson before the game, he says it straight out. He says, I think we are the better team here tonight. We just got to come out and do it. We can't overlook them. And maybe that touchdown will wake them up. Of course, they got the big return here. The returns have been their strength this year, so let's see what they can do off this.
Thank you, Dar. First down and 10 here for the Valley offense. King Coleman, technically their leading rusher, not by much, 489 yards in the backfield here. He gets the call on first down, and Coleman takes a big hit, but gets upfield for a couple.
It's all about how you handle getting punched in the mouth first here if you're Valley. And maybe sometimes a fighter gets woken up a little bit more after eating one in the jaw, and they're going to have to wake up fast here because Sioux City East is playing with a lot of confidence, and that's a dangerous thing for an underdog.
It'll be second down and 4 upcoming. Owen Woods, the sophomore, big number 16, a little tall down in there. He checked in. He's here on this near side. This is a Sioux City East team that has given up 22 points per game. A handoff to Coleman. No, it's a keeper by DeGroat. There goes Drake DeGroat, and he slides down before he can get tackled inside the 25-yard line. A really nice play by the quarterback. You don't see that a lot from Drake.
Sold the RPO and caught them on their heels. He had a giant lane off the right side. Great job by his line to sell the run off to the left.
Valley wants to go quick for good reason. They're moving the ball well. DeGroat hands off to Coleman. Coleman waits and gets upfield to about the 20. He'll get inside the Metro Heating and Cooling red zone for the first time tonight, for both teams, first time tonight.
3 straight plays, positive yardage for Valley here, and that's a great way to kind of get it going. I should say 2 straight plays. But if you're Valley, this is the type of response you need. And again, you're setting it up for that play action coming your way here. I know they don't have Zay Robinson in the passing game to go to tonight, but they still have guys like Jaden Brown and Zach Schemper who can certainly move the needle for them.
Grevin Good, also very talented. A lot of weapons for Valley's offense. Second down is short. DeGroat will check this one down in the flat and turning upfield all the way inside the 10. That is Jaden Brown. First down, Valley. It'll be first down and goal.
Yeah, Brown with some speed there out on the edge, and get him in some more space today and see what he can do.
He's a hidden gem on this Valley offense.
Yeah.
Valley continuing to sub guys out, now starting to slow down a little bit here inside the red zone. You can already see a couple hands on hips for the Sioux City East defense.
Not the biggest sideline for Sioux City East. I'm guessing you won't see a ton of subbing.
It's one of the better I've seen for 5A. Against CIML schools, Sioux City East this year has been outscored 83-17. They hand off Coleman again. Coleman drives the pile forward. Touchdown!
Touchdown, Tigers!
King Coleman puts the Tigers up on the board.
Joseph Mouser gets in there and gives him a nice little shove from the back, too. The offensive lineman was the only other one in there. Otherwise, they were hauling a horde of Sioux City East players into the end zone for it.
Great drive by the Valley Tigers. Great response. And Valley will come on and attempt the extra point. Fradiani, I believe, will be our one kick in the extra point. That one is up and good.
The extra point is good.
That was Conley Harney was the kicker. We'll be right back, 7-7. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today. 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Sioux City East and Valley tied at 7 here at Valley Stadium, the largest high school in the state of Iowa. Thank you for joining us tonight. Blake Walker, John Schaefer, Dar Danielson down on the sideline. And the kickoff is taken by Chris Ford. And Ford is wrapped down. Tried to stay alive, eventually got his back turned and gets it down inside. We'll start at the 15-yard line. Dar Danielson down on the sideline. Dar, quick response by Valley. You know Swenson, he's kind of a hurry-up, kind of on and off guy. What did you see so far for Valley's offense?
Yeah, they came out just like we thought. They got punched in the nose of defense, so they came right back and took control. This is a key series. Sioux City East needs to just get a few first downs here and maybe, and get the ball, flip the field a little bit if they can't get down and score.
It's definitely not the spot you want to be down inside your own 20 to start things out. John Yates moves in motion here. And a quick handoff up the middle for Sioux City East. Gets a couple. That's a Mandel Grotkin. The junior gets the carry on first down.
Good start to this drive. Longest field that Sioux City East has had to work with thus far. Obviously, getting the onside kick to start the game, then the very, very short punt that led to the touchdown. See what Sioux City East strings together. One thing they did a nice job of against Southeast Polk earlier this season is eat up plenty of clock. They can sustain a drive for a bit, but again, different matchup here tonight, but that's a great start to this drive.
Second down and 4 upcoming for the Black Raiders. Yates, a lot of pre-snap eye candy. They're going to fire downfield to Grimsley, and he just misses it, just out of his reach. Good coverage downfield by Cam Krabari. Loudon Grimsley, going to call his name a couple times tonight. Offers from Kent State, North Dakota State, Indiana, a couple more teams. He is an athlete for Sioux City East.
Fast kid. Not many guys can go get that close to a ball before the quarterback even chucks it up like he did. I thought it was a great play design and just almost had it for a big pickup.
Had it set in a really good spot. Now quickly 3rd down and short. And a punt here, despite Barral being a very good punter for Sioux City East. You don't want to have to give it up. They'll hand off to Wager, I believe, and he's only going to get a yard, so maybe trying to catch Valley off guard. And it was actually Gretkin who was the one who carried. It'll be 4th down, and Sioux City East will send on the punt unit.
I think Jepson's athleticism, you got to let him go cook a little bit more than just handing it off there on 3rd and 4. It's one of those situations where I get it. You're trying to maybe protect the ball a little bit in your own territory, but He's too athletic, and he's got a great arm and some good receivers to go to. Give him an opportunity to get him out in space on a little rollout next time.
Burrell will be the one to punt here for Sioux City East with 2:44 to go here in the first quarter. Almost blocked, but Burrell gets a good leg into it, and that one is barely caught by Micah LeLacheur. And Valley will take back over on offense. Boy, that was
fingertip snag there.
That was almost right down in front. And Valley comes back out on offense. You got to feel confident after what you saw. There was a couple plays in the very beginning of the drive, but other than that, Valley moved the ball pretty well.
Yeah, and I think, the Tigers have settled in now, maybe gotten some of those, we're going to walk through this game out of them a little bit and realize that Sioux City East came to play tonight, so it's going to take maximum effort to put this one away.
Ball is at the 37 here to start this drive. DeGroat's under center. He goes an end around to Jaden Brown, and Brown busts free. There goes Jaden Brown down the sideline and all the way down to the 39, 40-yard line. Boy, Jaden Brown might be the key tonight because Sioux City East can't seem to get a jersey on.
Get him out on the edge, and he is a tough man to tackle as, their outside DB found out there. Tried to come downhill and get him with an arm tackle up high, and Brown's a strong young man, fast young man, and he breaks through that with ease and picks up a nice first down.
A lot of talented seniors, a lot of couple of younger guys on the Valley team. You look at Sioux City East for a 5A school, only 12 seniors this year. They are still quite young everywhere.
It's got to excite them a little bit.
Yeah, Black Raiders looking for their first postseason win since 2013 when they beat Johnston. They haven't made it to the quarterfinals since 2006 as Darius Mason gets the carry up the middle.
Meanwhile, Valley making their 34th straight postseason appearance, yes. I think the last time they missed it was 1991,
maybe
if
a while.
My math was right. So, obviously Gary Swenson has seen just about everything in his time as Valley head coach.
It's been close the last couple years. The last 2 years, they've sat around 500, heck, even made the playoffs under 500. So things have gotten tight, but this year, feeling a little bit better going into the postseason at 7-2. And a whistle is blown here as we're going to get a
false start on Valley, it looks like. That's going to be against Shaka Cones Ashmore. And just a little antsy, wanted to get out on his block quickly there, and that'll set him back a couple of yards, 5 yards there, so 2nd and 9.
Well, and sometimes you wonder how going quick and slowing things down can sometimes affect linemen. Obviously, your snap counts are going to be different, but Valley keeping things tight here. A lot of guys up on the line of scrimmage here once again with Mason in the backfield. Just over a minute left here in the first quarter. DeGroat, play action fake, fires downfield. He's got a man. Jaden Brown again. And Brown goes all the way inside the 15. Again, using number 5 to his best abilities tonight. Valley is back in the Metro Heating and Cooling red zone.
That's such a big pickup for them. They pick up, 23 yards on that play to Brown. And, this is the thing with Valley. You lose A. Robinson, it's like, all right, who's next man up? Oh, don't worry, we just got Brown sitting out here waiting in the wing.
Has not seemed to matter, though. Valley is not prepared on offense. Had a couple guys switching in and out. And they will take a timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Welcome back inside the red zone here on the Central Iowa Sports Network. Valley 7, Sioux City East 7. Valley has it inside the 20. They go a handoff to Darius Mason, and Mason gets stood up for a gain of about 1. And Valley will have to figure a couple things out here. They've gone to the air a couple times. Valley has obviously, the beginning of the year, didn't run the ball too well, John, but have figured things out. John Schaefer alongside of me, Dar Danielson down on the sideline. 2nd down and 9 here. Could be the last play of the quarter.
What a fast quarter it's been, I'd say. I know it's been 30 minutes, but it feels like it's moved along pretty quick.
DeGroat, hands off. Mason plows forward, continues to pushes the pile, and will be about a yard short. It'll be 3rd down and about 1. We'll see if the Tigers run another play here.
Gain of 8 for Mason. He just lowers his head. He's a big boy, too. Last check, I've got to pull up his weight there if they've still got it listed for him.
219.
Big boy at running back there, 219. He's a bell cow, too, and certainly knows how to get downhill and does a nice job getting his pad level low, too, so he's really tough to just kind of get lower than.
2 seconds. Not going to get a playoff. We are through 1 quarter. Valley 7, Sioux City East 7. We will step aside for a quick break and be back for the 2nd quarter. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word.
Culver's!
Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Dar Danielson down on the sideline. Dar, from up here, size looks like it leans Valley's favor. A couple hands on hips for Sioux City East. What do you think down there?
We talked about it. And linemen get hands out there, and they're figuring out this alignment, and everybody's getting a running back just pick their hole and get in behind the blockers here.
We saw it happen on that first touchdown for Valley. We'll see if they can do it again. 3rd down is short. They go handoff to Darius Mason. Pushes the pile forward. Has enough for the 1st down. It'll be 1st down and goal from inside the 3. Blake Walker, John Schaefer with you here this evening on the Central Iowa Sports Network. John, Sioux City East struck first, 7-0. Valley comes back. And now Valley's trying to, you see him setting into a rhythm here, starting to play Valley football.
Yeah, certainly have found their groove a little bit, settled down once again. Some nerves probably and some excitement and adrenaline running for a playoff game like this. And so I really like that they've been run first and then playing off that with some pass and some jet sweeps.
Everybody up on the line of scrimmage on 1st and goal. Play fake. DeGroat rolling, looking, directing traffic, and fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Zach Shepard.
Touchdown, Tigers.
There's a flag down in the end zone.
And this looks like it could be in the area of holding or illegal ineligible man downfield. See what the call is.
It was a long play. I mean, it took a while to get things rolling, and I don't think this is going to count.
See where they take it here.
Cameraman Aaron down there on the field getting our shots field level tonight. See what the call is here. And it is. John was right, ineligible receiver downfield. You see that happen on long developing plays. The linemen expect the ball to be out. Take a look at the replay.
Yeah, you watch great play fake, and I think half the line was too far downfield, and sometimes they forget, hey, we got to stay within that 3-yard space or 2-yard space there. Otherwise, it's a great play by DeGroat to kind of manage traffic and get Shepard to settle into that gap there in the zone.
13-yard line.
So it backs him up, 1st and goal from just about the 8. Kind of opens the playbook a little bit more, if you will. Brown in motion here. DeGroat fires outside to Brown. Jaden gets to the corner and is wrestled down around the shoulder pads, inside the 5. It'll be second and goal.
And you heard a collective ooh from the audience and crowd here as that tackle is made a little high. Those are the ones that can kind of tear up a knee or two, but Brown looks all right, no worse for the wear. Nice little pickup, and they're back to second and goal from the 3-yard line where they just were prior to the ineligible man downfield.
7-7 is our score. 11:03 to go, just starting the second quarter here. Valley has a touchdown called back inside the 2. DeGroat keeps it himself and walks in. Touchdown, Valley!
On the quarterback keeper.
Sometimes it's just that easy. You just got to let the quarterback take it right up the gut and go. A little motion gets him in action. Nice job by the offensive lineman to create a hole there, and he has nothing but daylight to the land of 6.
Very impressive drive by the Valley Tigers. They march all the way down the field and have a chance to extend the lead here. Harney, the sophomore, will be the one to attempt the extra point. Kick is up, and it is right down the middle. 14-7, we'll be back. Valley leads over Sioux City East.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WaukeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WaukeeChevy.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Sioux City East trailing Valley 14-7 in the first round of the Class 5A postseason. Loudon Grimsley and Chris Ford back to receive. Have not called Loudon Grimsley's name a lot tonight. Had one pass, really, that went out for him. But other than that, Valley has scored 14 unanswered after Sioux City East started the game out strong. Black Raiders onside kick to start the night. And got it. Chris Ford on the kick return. Nice little return up to the 30-yard line. That is where Sioux City East will take up start. Dar Danielson down on the sideline. Dar, you've seen a couple drives for Sioux City East offensively. Couple things going their way, but last drive, a little bit of conservative play calling caught them up.
Yeah, they were, and they two over, aggressive where they get a turnover. That's what they did against Southeast Polk. On the Valley drive, there was a lineman. He was 3 yards deep in the end zone because the play went the other side. And then Jake DeGroat, you just see his the way he's come along as a quarterback on that touchdown run.
It's been crazy to watch his progression as Cal Jepson fires that one to the outside and misses his intended target. It'll be second down and 10 upcoming.
Some other scores just from around 5A. Pleasantville and Southeast Polk tied at 7 early in the second quarter. Ankeny Centennial, Braden Jackson having himself a night with 5 touchdowns. Six touchdowns. 42-21 now after 3 quarters of play there.
Iowa City Liberty and Waukee tied at 7. We'll try to keep you updated as the night goes on. The winner of this game will play the winner of Johnston Waterloo West. Jepson fires this one on a dart out to the sideline. This is caught by number 6. That is Quentin Ashcraft, a junior.
And then just one more score for you really quick. Blake, Dowling Catholic leading Cedar Falls after a quarter 14-7. Of course, Dowling, Cedar Falls gets the winner of Centennial City High, which is
going to be a fun
going to be Jags, most likely.
Third down at 4. The Sioux City East take a shot. No, they go Wager again on 3rd and short, and Valley stands it up. So again, on 3rd down and short, the Black Raiders go to the running game. And it's 4th down and short, and you got to think.
They're going to send the punt team out. It looks like they're waiting on the sideline.
Nope, they're going to go for it.
And I like this call. Be aggressive here. You can't afford to really get too much further down than this because Valley's going to put it away early.
That was Grotkin who carried it, by the way, not Weger. Now it's Grutkin again in the backfield.
Might be just an attempt to get him to jump off sides here,
It's
too.
currently 12 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah, I think they're just going to try and draw him off sides here.
Haven't seen a lot of big plays deep for Sioux City East. Nope, they are going to snap it. Jepson fires downfield, and he just overshoots his man. Intended once again for Quentin Ashcraft, and might have had him just for a second, but a tight window.
Needs to get a little bit more air under that ball just to drop it in the breadbasket. Ashcraft is fast, but not quite that fast. Turnover on downs after a quick 4 plays, and Valley's in plus territory, going to start at the 37 of Sioux City East here.
And again, back-to-back drives where calling on third down was a little different. They go to the ground attack. Really, that fourth down might have been for the game in some ways you think about it, because if Valley gets a touchdown here, things get really tough for Sioux City East. Still plenty of game left, but when Valley's ahead, they like to stay ahead. They're pretty good at finishing with games. I'd say they're a much better second-half team than they are a first-half team.
Yes, I think Benny would agree with you.
DeGroat, low snap outside to number 5. That is Brown again, Jaden Brown.
Yeah, you'd like to see Brown maybe flex that out. I know it's a little bit more of a tunnel screen, but he had a blocker there kind of sealing up the inside, and just use that sideline for a little bit more space, go back outside the hash. But, you know, Gary Swenson doesn't draw it up that way, so you don't want to break Gary Swenson's play calling there.
I don't think Valley has really had a pass go farther than 10 yards in terms of the pass going over 10 yards. They've kept things pretty much right in front of DeGroat. Struggled against Ankeny, went 1 for 11, I believe, was his stat line. Was able to come back and has really gotten better here in the last couple weeks as Coleman gets the carry again.
Gain of 4 there for Coleman, and it's going to be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 5, we'll call it. This is a big opportunity for Sioux City East to try and get another stop here. I'd imagine, though, this is 4-down territory for Valley.
I was just about to say, the way the offense is moving, I don't see a world where you wouldn't try something. So 3rd down and 6 is the distance here from the 34-yard line. Valley keeping things tight here. King Coleman is about 7 yards behind DeGroat. Brown gets the carry on the end around, runs into traffic. Really, really nice tackle by Sioux City East, led the way by Jacob Brayfogle. We talked about him early. He can make plays, and now a big 4th down here, and like we guessed, Valley undoubtedly going for it.
That's a play that you run knowing that if you don't get it, you're going to go for it again. That's not one of those that's like a shot play or anything like that. So certainly feel like Valley knows what they have in front of them with a 4th and 4. But again, a big opportunity to swing some momentum if you're Sioux City East. If you're the Valley Tigers, a good way to deflate a team here if you can get this.
This is a big spot. 4th down and 4 here in the second quarter. 3 wide receivers out to the left, 1 to the right. King Coleman is the back. DeGroat, play fake, fires outside, picked off, intercepted, and going back the other way is Chris Ford. Chris Ford making a house call. Touchdown, Sioux City East.
Well, Chris Ford shows up at the opportune time, reads the eyes of DeGroat. The ball got out of DeGroat's hands a little late as he was looking for his tight end out wide, and Ford jumps it, says see you later, pick 6. We have a tie ball game if they convert the PAT, and all of the momentum now going Sioux City East's way.
It was a long throw by DeGroat. It was a long throw, and it gave Chris Ford time to break on it, and Chris Ford pumps life back into Sioux City East on the pick 6, and now Baral will try to attempt the extra point and tie this thing up.
What a turn.
Kick is up, and it is good. 14-14. How about that? We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Save big at DeYarman CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off. Plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeYarman CDJR Ames. DeYarmanAmes.com.
Metro Heating and Cooling is celebrating 40 years of keeping Des Moines comfortable. To celebrate, this October we're offering $40 off one of our seasonal maintenance plans or $40 off any repair. Get your home ready for the colder months with expert care and big savings. Whether it's a quick tune-up or a much-needed fix, we've got you covered. So call Metro Heating and Cooling today to celebrate 40 years with $40 off this October. Trust the team that's been keeping you warm since 1984.
Sioux City East 14, Valley 14. We'll go down to Dar here before we get our kickoff in. Dar, it's a lazy pass. It's a long pass, and that catches Valley off guard.
Yeah, it was, but part of that is on the receiver. He turned, but he didn't come back to the ball and wall off the defender. They were right there next to each other, and it took a little while to get there, but he should have come in and came back to the ball a little more. As a receiver, you have to do that too, so a little bit of blame to go all around, but a great defensive play by Sioux City East.
Black Raiders will attempt another onside kick. That one bobbles in the air, and Valley does get it back. So the Black Raiders stay aggressive, which you can say that as you think. It was recovered by number 32. That is Evan Swain.
Nice job by Swain. He bobbled it a little bit, but was able to corral it. That could have easily twisted this game up even more.
Do you like the call? I mean, you're tied at 14, and then you give Valley the ball at the 45.
Look, at this point, Valley is going to score points. Yeah. So why delay what's coming likely here? I'm not saying that they can't get a stop, but it's inevitable at some point. So
Burrell has had two great onside kicks. I mean, have set themselves up well. King Coleman, look out! A burst of speed on the far sideline. And inside the 5, that's Jaden Davison. How about the response by Valley's offense?
50-yard run by Davison, and boy, what a pickup. He hit that hole in a hurry, had a seam, and he's got some speed to him. He said, guys, you haven't called my name yet. We might as well do it now in a big way. 50-yard carry, and oh boy, we've got haymakers being thrown right now.
One play, and Valley is already down inside the 5. Again, they have a couple running backs they like to go to. King Coleman, there's Jaden Davison, obviously, and then Darius Mason. Davison is the one in the backfield again. A lot of guys up on the line of scrimmage. Davison gets the call and is stood up. Good defensive play by Sioux City East, led up front by number 44, Colin Pittinger, the junior.
Well, and you knew that Valley was going to go back to the run after that throw. You want to get your quarterback resettled after that interception, so the big run helps that. But then, you know, Sioux City East backs against the wall. They're gonna try not to break here. It's kind of that Iowa State mentality. We'll give you some leeway here or there, but once we get inside that 10, we're gonna bend and not break.
Chris Ford is a sophomore. That was his 5th interception of the season. He's the only one with multiple interceptions.
Desmond King-like numbers there.
On Sioux City East. Valley inside the Metro Heating and Cooling red zone here. 2nd down and goal from the 7. DeGroat, quarterback keeper again, and hits a wall of defenders led by number 56, Darian Anderson, the sophomore. And like I said, I mean, this is a young team. You're going to see a lot of sophomores and juniors, only a couple seniors, 12 seniors on the Sioux City East team. It's an uphill battle here tonight.
3rd and goal, 3rd and 5, and you're right, but think about what this does for the future of the Sioux City East program, too. You get Jepson back next year, not that they want their season to end here or expect it to end here tonight, but what an experience for this team to get under their belt. They're going toe-to-toe with one of the state's best.
3rd down and goal. A tight end and one other guy in motion, and Coach Winkleblack will call a timeout. So Coach Winkelplex says, let's take a break. We'll take one with them. 14-14 Valley and Sioux City East.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today. 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Welcome back inside the Metro Heating and Cooling Red Zone. 3rd down and goal. Valley and Sioux City East tied at 14. A little more pre-snap candy here by Valley. DeGroat pitches it outside, and Davidson pushing the pile. Is he in? Yes, he is. Touchdown, Valley.
Touchdown, Tigers.
Muscles his way over the goal line with some help of those big hog mollies once again, and I thought he was stacked up pretty good there, but 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th effort punches that one in, and Valley retakes the lead in this one over Sioux City East.
CJ Robinson down there on the sideline, not playing tonight. One of Valley's star players, the star player for Valley's offense, but hasn't been needed tonight. Valley extends their lead back, and we'll have a chance to extend it to 7 here. PAT is up and good. 21-14 will stay here. We'll go downstairs to Dar Danielson, who saw that drive work out. Dar Valley's bigger up front, and it seems like in some cases Sioux City East defense, a lot of hands on the hips.
Yeah, they are, and this is where Valley's going to win this game because Sioux City East has guys playing both ways. Valley on those lines does not, and that's the grinded out game. You know, they did give them a little better field, but it almost might have been, you know, they grinded a little farther down the field. So now the question is, what will the offense do to answer here? Can Sioux City's offense get it going again? The one defensive touchdown they scored in that first drive, but what can they do here now to keep this close?
Dar, the cold weather's, some people have thought, have played a factor. Do you think, you know, Sioux City East hasn't been taking as many deep shots? Do you think it's because of how the wind's been working down on the field?
Oh no, you can't. I don't think you can tell it at all here. There's a little breeze, but nothing that's going to impact the throw. I think he wants to get the ball out quickly, which is smart, and sometimes just overthrowing it a little bit.
I have to see how it shakes out here on this second drive. Thank you, Dar, down there on the sideline. And Sioux City East will get the ball back for the first time in a bit here.
Does Valley try and give some medicine back here?
I've thought about it a couple times. Do they go onside kick a couple times? See if Coach Swenson and his special teams get a little tricky. That one is sent deep.
He says we don't need any trickery to get there.
This one is, I believe, Chris Ford again, and he's not going to get far. Check out all the black jerseys down there. Beautiful special teams coverage by Valley. And once again, John, Sioux City East starts deep in their own territory. And I feel like no matter what happens here, if you're still inside your own 50, you're going to have to punt. I don't think you can give it back to Valley too easy.
They moved the ball well in their first drive. I'd like to see them kind of get back to that little 1-2 combo of running the ball effectively, then getting some quick passes going, and they've taken a couple deep shots. Jepson's not afraid to do that. But don't forget, too, Sioux City East gets the ball to start the second half as well.
Definitely something to think about. First down and 10 for the Black Raiders. This one is out in the flat by Yates. The throw didn't help him, but Yates gets a couple yards off a negative throw.
Nice job by Yates to really turn that into a 3-yard gain. It could have easily been a no gain or even a loss of a yard there based on how that throw kind of guided him out of that little tunnel, but turns it into a positive. So we've got 2nd and 7 from the 21.
Sioux City East making their 3rd consecutive playoff appearance. We talked about it earlier in the first quarter. Still looking for that win. They haven't won a playoff game since 2013. It was against a CIML school in Johnston, but haven't made the quarterfinals since 2006. But with Coach Winkelpleck at the helm, they've improved. Obviously, making it to the postseason 5A 3 straight years running is pretty good. Jepson fires a long ball. Grimsley is the target, and he just underthrows him. Pretty nice box out job upfield by Cam Crabari. He's been the one in coverage of him all night, and Grimsley still has not touched the football.
Yeah, that's a very, very long throw. Near hash going far sideline, and not to mention that was around the 45-yard line where it landed deep. So I like the idea, but again, you're working the ball well. You can't take a big shot every set of 3 plays because it sets you back a script or a schedule. So I think, another quick hitter here would have been a better benefit and give you options on 3rd down.
3rd down and 7. for the Black Raiders. Jepson on a screenplay, fires back. This is caught, but Valley recovers well. Austin Shepard is the one on the receiving end, but just nowhere to go. First real screen they've tried tonight. When I was watching film against Southeast Polk, they tried a lot of screens, but that first time they tried tonight just does not work.
That's a great play, though, on second and 7 when you got it. You know, again, pick up those little chunks and just chip away. Again, eat some clock instead of taking that deep shot that just isn't there and hasn't been there because you've got really athletic corners for this Valley team out there.
Jacob Borrell
Jacob Borrell is the one to kick, and Jaden McGregory, along with Michael Lalashur, back to receive. Borrell's last punt pretty good, and it almost was dropped by Lalashur, so Borrell, another good boot, and McGregory calls for the fair catch, and once again, Valley gets great field position just past the 40-yard line. We'll see how they step out here on offense. A chance to really put their foot on the gas, but the last time they were in this opportunity, the pick six goes back the other way.
Yeah, and I think, you know, obviously they marched right down the field. I think they'll go back to the ground game here. You got 3:38 left to go. I don't think they'll try and force DeGroat to throw too much, especially if that offensive line is starting to wear down the D-line for Sioux City East.
Just the size for Sioux City East doesn't feel as big for the Black Raiders as you see on Valley's offense. And Valley's O-line quietly has become the best O-line in the state, one of the best behind, I think Dowling's right there, but ever since Southeast Polk really graduated their guys, Valley has really stepped into their own here. So they start at the 42-yard line. Darius Mason is the back. DeGroat rolling to his right. Flag is down as DeGroat throws a jump ball out to the outside, and this is going to be a flag.
We're going to get a holding here, and it's going to move Valley back another 10 yards most likely.
So a couple flags tonight for the Tigers. The one, I guess you can't really count because they did end up scoring, but a couple little things Valley has still wanting to clean up. I don't think this year Valley has ever played a perfect game, and I think even Coach Swenson will tell you that, but just kind of one of those things, as holding is the call.
And that's one of those situations, too. It's a naked boot for that quarterback. You don't need to be holding anybody there, whereas DeGroat is 10 yards away from you. So it's just one of those, again, it's the mental aspect that Valley has to clean up if they want to win their first state title since 2011. And it's something that's maybe plagued them at times. They were runner-up a couple of years ago against what everyone knew was the best Southeast Polk team, but Valley was right there with them.
They've been close with teams that barely made the playoffs, and I think that's why everyone, despite being the 4 seed, you know, Valley is definitely one of the favorites. Handoff to Coleman. Really good gain. Gets about 5 yards back. It'll be second down and long here.
2nd and 15, but the clock keeps moving here. And you know, I think if you're Coach Winklepleck on the other side, you're okay being down 7 here. You're not going to grab a timeout because you certainly don't want to force like a 3 and out if you get the ball back here and then go 3 and out again yourself and give Valley another opportunity. So I think just let the clock run a little bit here and try and get this stop here on 2nd and 15.
We'll try to catch Coach Swenson as he goes to the locker room. Dar will try to catch him before halftime there. And then we'll try to catch with Winklepleck coming out of the locker room. Something to watch for. DeGroat on a play-action fake. Drake rolling. Still waiting. Fires a dart downfield. This is incomplete. Overshoots his man. A lot of contact downfield. Intended for Trent Gravengood. And it brings up 3rd down and long.
2 wide receivers in the same area. I think there's a little confusion. The ball wasn't catchable, period. It was about 3 yards out of bounds, too. So just a tough spot there. I think DeGroat was looking for something to kind of open up for him. It never really did. So now you've got 3rd and 15 with 2:36 left. Sioux City East will get the ball back here before the end of the half.
This is huge. This is a big 3rd down, probably one of the biggest 3rd downs of the game we've seen. How does Valley play it? Do you just do your standard draw and hope that a defense that is maybe set up in a nickel or a dime maybe get caught off guard? 3rd down and 15.
I think they go shot play here.
DeGroat rolls. Quick screen play. This is Jaden Brown. Brown stays on his feet. He's got the 1st down. That's a good play call.
That's a tunnel screen executed to a T there. Brown cuts it inside, gets some blockers out in front of him, and then he just works his way and weaves his way through that Sioux City East defense. And just like that, Valley is cooking once again with fire, just as Sioux City East thought they'd be getting the ball back.
It's a tough break. You could just see it. A couple players just kind of put their hands up and say, how do we give that up? Valley looking for a 2-score lead. DeGroat, plenty of time, starting to work his way around the pocket. All eyes downfield and just fires it incomplete. Didn't have anyone open. Good decision.
Great decision. Don't take a lost yardage there because he was back about 5 yards behind the initial line of scrimmage. So just throw it away, live to fight another day, and so that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 40. Night has cooled off a bit, though. You mentioned it. But it is true playoff football weather in Iowa.
It is the best it has felt all year. I mean, the warm weather is nice, but we'll definitely take.
You want football weather in the playoffs. You don't want 80-degree weather or sneaky 70.
I still have I don't think in my lifetime it has snowed during a football playoff game.
Well, just count yourself lucky.
2nd and long. DeGroat loads the cannon, fires deep, intercepted inside the 10, and all the way out of bounds is, I believe, Dane Milton, the DB for Sioux City East. And yes, it was. Dar was standing down at about the 15, 10-yard line. Dar, what'd you see? Just kind of a long throw.
Bad decision is what it.
Jack Raiders will take over 1st and 10.
The receiver didn't roll
From around 20-yard line.
it up, and I'd just say bad decision.
Bad decision or just a deep ball. We'll just say it was a
kinda
shot play by
yeah.
Valley. And minute 55 here for Sioux City East to try and go put some points on the board before half. Thanks, Star.
This will be interesting here. 1st down and 10 at the 20. So no matter what, even despite the pick, Sioux City East gets it deep in their own territory. Miles Weger gets the screen pass and not going to get much. Only about a yard or 2.
His lineman's got to get moving a little bit quicker for him there. And I like the patience from Weger. It just never materialized. And that's a nice job by Valley's defensive unit to really just go attack the ball instead of wait to see what he does.
I was talking about the screen plays not really being apparent. And now we've seen pretty much 2 back-to-back when the offense is out on the field. So expect a shot here. I mean, the clock's still running. I doubt Sioux City East just wants to take this thing to the locker room. I mean, maybe they do, but you got the ball, you might as well try.
Force the issue. You got single coverage up high.
And would Valley dare use timeouts to try to get the ball back on their own?
They're going to drop back into cover 2.
Yep, they're going to hand off to Weger, and Miles not going to go far, so that tells me Sioux City East seems content to maybe go to the locker room here.
They do get the ball again to start the 2nd half. You know, double dipping with the onside kick in the 1st half really helps them out here. And I think if you had told Coach Winkelpleck if they'd only be down 7 at half, I think he'd take it right now.
It's a win. Considering how they have played against the 2 other CIML opponents, it's definitely a much better half. And, you know, he talked about it on a radio interview earlier this week. The team has gotten better, and there you're going to get an extra 5 yards as a false start or encroachment's going to be called on Valley. Or it should be. This might actually go on Sioux City East.
Yeah, Alonzo Jimenez just jumped into the neutral zone, and he's like, wait, I didn't touch anybody. Why is that a flag? Well, in high school it is a flag, unfortunately. And so that moves the ball 5 yards and stops the clock, too.
Yeah, so now does this change Coach Winkelpleck's outlook on things? 3rd down play calling has been a little conservative here for the 1st half. So we'll see if they change anything here. Now they're going to go.
It's a 10-second difference between play clock and game clock. So 3 stacked wide receivers up high.
I thought maybe.
Hook and ladder.
I thought maybe Jepson was going to run a trick play. Came all the way up to the line of scrimmage. 10 seconds, and they're going to call a timeout. Dar, do you see anything down there that would indicate something tricky going on here for Sioux City East, or you think this might be just run it out and go to the half?
They may just try to throw it up. If you watch Sioux City East, their line splits are very tight because they've been trying to shut off that inside rush. And Valley, when they had success, they've been bringing the rush from outside. But I think they might just, go back and say, hey, if you got something downfield, try it, but don't give them a score here before the half, because if you go in down just 1 touchdown, as you guys were talking, you're sitting pretty good because you'll get the ball back to start the 2nd half.
Dar Danielson down on the sidelines. Proud alum of the Janesville Wildcats, is in the Janesville Hall of Fame. They're in the state volleyball tournament next week. Excited for Janesville. Good season for the Wildcats once again. Thanks to Dar down on the sidelines. He'll catch up with Coach Swenson, try to catch up with Coach Swenson here as he goes in the locker room.
And you'll be out at state volleyball.
Yeah, state volleyball
week.
next Monday. Should be a fun week.
And happy to be coming to you also on Local 5's app tonight on top of CISN.
Thanks to everybody for watching all across the state, any Sioux City East people. Little drive, 2 hours and 45 minutes down here from Sioux City East High School exactly. So nice little trek. We were talking about it. It's unfortunate for Sioux City East, all three CIML teams they played this year. They unfortunately had to come here to the Metro, but Jepson fires short. This is a catch by Shepard. And that's enough for the first down, and it gives 5 seconds on the clock. How far can Cal Jepson throw the ball if they're wanting to go Hail Mary?
I don't think it's 64, 67 yards.
I don't think he's Jaden Daniels to be able to get it down that far.
But some hook and ladder action or, something crazy. Just don't do anything
Don't throw a pick six.
Don't throw a pick six. And don't fumble the ball if you try to lateral. Don't pull a Travis Kelsey.
Well, Loudon Grimsley is out on an island.
I think it's going to be a run here and just send it into half.
On the far side, if they do want to try anything. Last play, handoff, and Wager, good carry, and that will take us to the locker room. Valley on top of Sioux City East, 21-14 is your score. We'll wait here a second and see if Dar can catch Coach Swenson.
Gary's not moving too quick, so
we'll also see if the radio signal's able to catch it from down there. We'll try our best to hear Dar. We should be able to hear him here, but we'll wait and see if he can keep or catch Coach Swenson here. With his team up 21-14 at the halftime break.
Swenson having a word with the officials quick and all of his coaches, as Gary does. Dar's waiting patiently.
Valley and Sioux City East file into the locker room. Nice single door locker room. So 21-14 lead for Valley, and we'll go downstairs to Dar Danielson down here with Coach Swenson.
Yeah, here with Coach Gary Swenson. Well, they're out firing at you, and a couple turnovers, a few.
So it's, big.
Having some technical difficulties there with Dar Danielson, and so unfortunately just can't catch Gary Swenson right now. We'll catch up with Dar though a little bit later as we get into the second half of football. And Blake, quite the first half of football for us.
Yeah, it was. Well, we'll see if Dar can come back this way. Dar, if you can still hear us, kind of make your way back toward us. Well, the camera's down there. I don't know if we're going to be able to hear him. Let's see. Dar, test your mic here.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, we had you out for a little bit. Tell us what Coach Swenson was talking about there.
Well, of course, he was not happy with the 2 turnovers, and he said they got off to a slow start. But he says, I think we can get it together here at half and come back out. They're going to get the ball, but he said, we just got to settle down and come back out. They did catch us a little off guard to start it, but he said, we'll come out, we'll win this ball game.
Typical Gary Swenson downplaying things a little bit. Dar, from your perspective, Sioux City East gets the ball to start this second half. What do they have to do to get an answer here and make this a 21-all game?
Well, they got to move the ball, and if they don't, just run the clock a little bit. They can't. The thing they don't want to do is come out and get a quick, 3 and out and give the ball right back to Valley. But they're the underdog, and Valley, you guys mentioned it, they played kind of as the underdog the last couple of years, getting in late to the playoffs and playing that way, and now it's switched a little bit. And Zay Robinson is out. He's outmatched that at any time can get you back in the game and get you a score, but they've been used to that. They haven't had him the last couple of games, so they just got to come out and it's a game of attrition for them. Wear them down.
Dar, we appreciate your time. We'll catch back with you here at the beginning of the second half. We'll take a break and be back. Valley over Sioux City East here in the Class 5A first round of the postseason. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
when you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you know, you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Metro Heating and Cooling is celebrating 40 years of keeping Des Moines comfortable. To celebrate, this October we're offering $40 off one of our seasonal maintenance plans or $40 off any repair. Get your home ready for the colder months with expert care and big savings. Whether it's a quick tune-up or a much-needed fix, we've got you covered. So call Metro Heating and Cooling today to celebrate 40 years with $40 off this October. Trust the team that's been keeping you warm since 1984.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today. 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
DeArmond CDJR Knoxville with these outstanding offers. New Grand Cherokee 4xe Trailhawk with up to $13,000 off. New Dodge Hornet RT also up to $13,000 off. New Jeep Gladiator Sports receive 14% off MSRP. And new 2024 Ram 1500 Bighorns with over $10,000 off. And we want your trade. Receive $300 to $500 more or we will buy it from you. Incredible savings at DeArmond Automotive Knoxville.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Valley on top of Sioux City East. 21-14 is your score. Blake Walker, John Schaefer with you here. Dar Danielson down at the field level. We'll catch up with him in a little bit, coming back out of the locker rooms. John, it's been a fun one so far, and you look at the score, and I think as an outsider's perspective, if you just looked at the score, you'd be a little surprised. Sioux City East is hanging around.
Well, and I'd say if you watch the game, you'd be a little bit surprised because Sioux City East isn't just hanging around down 7 due to some lucky breaks here or there. They've certainly played their way into this game and kept themselves in this game. They pulled out every trick in the book and played like there's no tomorrow, and that's how you have to play when you're an underdog the way the Raiders were tonight, or are tonight, against this Tigers team that has aspirations of winning their first title since 2011.
Cal Jepson has been held pretty quiet for the most part. Did throw that long touchdown pass to John Yates, and then the pick 6 by Chris Ford. But other than that, Sioux City East offense really just hasn't been anywhere. A little bit conservative play calling here and there. You expect to get Loudon Grimsley back into the ballgame. He has really not gotten the ball at all.
No, he hasn't. And to be honest, I mean, the corners for Valley are really good. They're making it hard on Jepson to really get that ball out. I think they need to go back to a short passing game. I like the use of the screens there that we saw late in that half. The deep shots just tend to set them back in their schedule, I'd say. And so 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5 is a lot more manageable than that 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9 that we've seen too often from them.
Definitely something to keep an eye out on for Valley. I think Jaden Brown's been the key difference maker today. Obviously, a couple of big plays up front by the linemen. Really, the line has done a great job, but Jaden Brown has been the key X factor where Zay Robinson would usually be. Jaden Brown has stepped in.
Yeah, Jaden Brown saying, guys, don't forget about me. He's been good all season. It's just when you've got a guy like Zay Robinson lining up across from you, he tends to steal the show just a little bit more. But I do think Brown is a really dangerous weapon, and he's shown his speed. They've utilized him really nicely in the jet sweep or those quick little wide receiver screens. Now I want to see them push the ball downfield a little bit more. Granted, I say that, we've seen him try and throw it deep downfield twice, and it's been ugly. So we'll see kind of how it plays out here.
Got a couple score updates for us. Run through those, if you will.
Yeah, we saw Jags of Centennial. They do take down, I believe it was Iowa City High, 52-28 there. PV is currently tied at half with Southeast Polk. The Rams having to go out east. They are the lone Central Iowa team in that pod, and so it's going to be an interesting thing if the Rams can battle through the eastern teams out there. Then Iowa City Liberty is only up 3 points on the 16 seed Waukee, 17-14, and so Waukee giving Liberty all that they can handle out there without their starting quarterback in Beckett Baker.
Dowling Catholic up 31-14 over Cedar Falls. Good game for Dowling. Cedar Falls definitely playing the healthiest they've ever played all season, so something to keep an eye out for them. Other than that, Iowa City West currently beating Bettendorf 14-9. Good game over there.
And then Ankeny and Linn-Mar will kick off a little bit later tonight because they had the doubleheader over there at Northview Middle School. That's the only downside to having two high school teams in the same suburb and only one field for it. And so unlike what Valley and Dowling do here with West Des Moines, Dowling is over at the MediaCom Stadium there on the Drake campus, but can't quite do that up in Ankeny.
So at the conclusion of this game, you'll be able to turn it over to our other program on the Central Iowa Sports Network YouTube page. If you're watching on the We Are Iowa app, we appreciate you watching. But you get a little CIML after dark. That's how we're going to describe it with Paul Yeager and company.
Love it.
We'll take a quick break and be back for your second half. Valley leads over Sioux City East 21-14. We'll be right back.
Life's buzzing with energy. From the delightfully routine, to the novel and exciting, to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
October savings at DeArmond Chevy GMC Knoxville. New Silverado 1500 custom 4x4s with up to $8,000 off. New HDs with 5.9% for 84 months. 5 all-new 2025 Chevy Equinox in stock. Receive up to $8,000 off Sierra 1500 SLTs and $3,000 off new GMC Terrain. And we want your trade. Receive $300 to $500 more or we'll buy it from you. All at DeArmond Chevy GMC in Knoxville, Iowa.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
You want to get stronger, faster, healthier. You want more. You want to be part of something bigger than yourself. A place for people of all ages, all walks of life, that provides opportunities for all to succeed. We do that. We're the why. Build more than muscle. Build a stronger community.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Blake Walker, John Schaefer with you here. Dar Danielson's down on the sideline. We'll catch up with him in a little bit. Valley on top of Sioux City East, 21-14. You can see the Valley crowd decked out in their winter gear. It's feeling cold outside. I'm not sure what our exact temperature is, but definitely getting down there in the temperature range. And a couple 4A scores to go over tonight. Obviously, I grew up in a 4A/3A school in Grinnell, so a couple ones to look out for. 49 degrees from our weatherman Peter Tarpey over here in the booth. And what do you got? 4A scores.
Oh yeah, let's run it through. North Polk leading Fort Dodge in the third quarter, 15-0. Cedar Rapids Xavier over Norwalk, 21-0 at half. Newton leading Decorah, 14-7. Decorah was having a great season this year, but
lost their starting quarterback.
Yep, exactly. North Scott Western Dubuque, we do not have a score for them, but Pella is leading Clear Creek Amana, 26-0. Pella, the perennial power that once was, getting back to form, and Jay
McKinstry's last year. Yeah,
and then
awesome.
Gilbert leading Waverly Shell Rock, 14-7. Great to see the Tigers back at it. Ballard trailing Lewis Central, and they're going to start the third quarter here shortly, 14-7. Lewis Central up in that one. Then ADM, the Tigers have been chomping at the bit, knocking on the door a bit over the last couple of seasons. At half, they lead Spencer 14-13. That is a look at your 4A scores.
A lot of fun games across the state of Iowa. Obviously, every single class currently in their postseason. 1A, 2A, A, and 8 players started their postseason last week as the Valley Tigers starting to take back out on the field. Looking for a little bit more life here in this second half. Dar down there on the sideline. Dar, what do you think? What's going to happen here for Valley to hang on and for Sioux City East if they want to stay in this thing?
Well, I think Valley, they can just, like I said, go back to their ground game and grind it out and then throw in that pass now and then. And for Sioux City East, they haven't had a turnover. They forced 2, so they can't, they can't get a turnover. They got to move the ball a little bit, run some clock off, and not give Valley too good a field position.
And then you look at, for Valley's offense, Dar, a couple turnovers have kind of cost Valley in a couple spots. But if you get a stop here, in your sight from the sideline, if Valley gets up by 2 scores, do you think you pretty much write them in?
Yeah, and I got to think they're going to come out here. The defense is going to be fired up, wanting to get the ball back to the offense, and then they're going to try to take control of this. Coach Swenson pretty low key, but I imagine the coaches are talking a little bit here. Hey, let's take this out of their hands, put it in ours, and drive it at them, score here, get the ball back and score, and take back control of this.
And Dar, you've had a good look on the sidelines. Obviously, you reported earlier Zay is out tonight, but from our perspective, seems like he's definitely one of the biggest cheerleaders on the team. Do you see that from the sideline of how he helps the players out?
I've seen him walking around. He's been limping a little bit at that leg, and Gary said that the injury ended up being a little bit more serious than what they thought. And again, they're hoping he'll be able to come back next week. He said they don't know for sure, but he said you got to go with what you have here. So, but yeah, he's doing a good job of keeping him going here on the sideline.
Dar, appreciate your time. We'll get back to you as we go throughout the third and fourth quarter. Valley and Sioux City East 21-14. We'll take one more quick break and be back for your opening kickoff. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Iowans are working hard, but high prices make it even harder to keep food on the table. Record numbers need help. Your neighbors, your friends, your community. Stopping hunger starts here.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. If we don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WauKeeChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WauKeeChevy.com.
Metro Heating and Cooling is celebrating 40 years of keeping Des Moines comfortable. To celebrate, this October we're offering $40 off one of our seasonal maintenance plans or $40 off any repair. Get your home ready for the colder months with expert care and big savings. Whether it's a quick tune-up or a much-needed fix, we've got you covered. So call Metro Heating and Cooling today to celebrate 40 years with $40 off this October. Trust the team that's been keeping you warm since 1984.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you have an old inefficient wood fireplace, we need to talk. Heat and Glow has some great retrofit inserts to convert that old drafty wood burner into a high-efficient gas fireplace. A Heat and Glow gas insert will give you high efficiency, it will give you ease of operations, and it will give you enough warmth to take the edge off a cold winter's night. For the best in gas inserts, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
Thank you for tuning into today's broadcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our live events. You can also follow us on X, Facebook, and Instagram in the description below for more coverage of Central Iowa high school sports and the Des Moines Menace. Now, back to the game. Welcome back to Valley Stadium, home of the Valley Tigers, the largest high school in the state of Iowa, at least school population-wise. Take a look at the pod and how the playoffs will shape out. The winner of this game will take on the winner of Waterloo West and Johnston, currently looking to try to get a score for that one. Waterloo West obviously beat Ottumwa to get into the postseason. What's our score update for you?
Yeah, 7-0. This was about an hour ago, though. 7-0 Johnston in the first quarter. That was from Scott Reister. Just trying to keep a tab on it, but no one's really updating Twitter tonight for that game.
It's been a slow one for that one. Really, what I think a lot of people are thinking of, Valley Johnston 4-5 matchup arguably will be statistically the best rematch we've seen. Valley got the best of Johnston the first time around, but that was a different Johnston team, and that's a different Valley team.
I'd argue Dowling Centennial could be
right there with
one.
them. That is a dangerous game. That game went to overtime. Dowling rallied from 21 down, I think, to come back and win
that
that.
should probably be meeting at the Dome and not here in the next round. But that's why you play the game.
It's just kind of how it is. The big pod to circle, Southeast Polk, Pleasant Valley, Iowa City West, and Bettendorf. The Eastern Iowa schools have been shut out of the Dome the last couple of years, so trying to get back, as it's been a fun CIML party the last couple of years.
Do you think these CIML coaches share tape with each other for those games?
I don't know, but I can tell you right now, Pleasant Valley has been beaten up by the CIML as the 1 seed, as higher seeds the last couple of years. They would love to take down Southeast Polk tonight. 21-14 is your score. Our second half is about to get going between the Black Raiders and the Tigers. Valley will boot this one deep. No onside kick here, as this one will be taken inside the 5-yard line. Loudon Grimsley gets the end around, and no one is home. One man in front. Grimsley working his way down the far sideline and run out of bounds inside the 35. There is Loudon Grimsley.
Well, it was only a matter of time before he called his name, and we'll see if we can get the replay on it. And we do have it. The reverse on the kickoff return, and it works to almost a T as he's down inside the 35. And boy, oh boy, is Valley in some trouble.
First down and 10, set up in great field position here for Sioux City East, and Miles Wager and Cal Jepson in the backfield. First down and 10 from the 33. Wager gets the call. Wager with a burst, pushes this one out to the outside. He'll be short of the marker by about a yard.
Miles Wager carries the ball for the Black
Nice
Raiders.
little run there.
Jaden McGregory on the timeout for the Tigers. 2nd and 1 for Sioux City East.
Second down and 1 upcoming. Wager with a couple good bounces there. You wonder, with Grimsley now has officially seen the ball,
right,
if you try to go back to him here.
I think just keep going to what works for you, and they will go back to the run with Wager.
Great block. Wager makes a cut. Miles Wager to the corner. Can he get there? He is short. He dove short of the line to gain, and it's going to be 1st and goal. And I mean, he dove short of the line to gain. Take a look at the replay. First of all, whoop, nice move.
He put Jaden McGregory on skates, and he dives, just doesn't get any distance with it, so he's down at the 1.
He was very short of Miles Wager.
I mean, Wager just, as I said, put McGregory on skates, and McGregory's an athlete. He's a guy that knows how to put dudes on skates his own way, whether that be on the basketball court or out here on the football field.
I-form look in the Metro Heating and Cooling red zone here for the Black Raiders. They go a handoff to the right side, and touchdown. Sioux City East.
No dive needed. They said there was a fumble under there.
Yeah,
Valley
sure.
came up with the ball.
It looked like the ball came out, but
they said he broke the plane first.
Let's see if we have a replay on that when it comes back out.
Going to be tough to see in there, but one more look at it. Ooh, nice tight shot there by our camera crew. The handoff going off the right side. He's definitely over there.
Yeah.
And I think that's the right call. And with a PAT on the way, we could be back tied at 21.
I believe that was Lincoln McCaffrey. I don't know if that was Wager. That ball is blocked by Valley. That ball is dead, though, on contact. And the Tigers do not give up the lead. 21-20. We'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Save big at DeArmond CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dodge Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off, plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames. DeArmondAmes.com.
Metro Heating and Cooling is celebrating 40 years of keeping Des Moines comfortable. To celebrate, this October, we're offering $40 off one of our seasonal maintenance plans or $40 off any repair. Get your home ready for the colder months with expert care and big savings. Whether it's a quick tune-up or a much-needed fix, we've got you covered. So call Metro Heating and Cooling today to celebrate 40 years with $40 off this October.
Trust the team that's been keeping you warm since 1984.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. Dar, you saw it down there. Did the ball cross the plane? Does Valley have a reason to be a little upset down there?
Jacob Borrell lines up to kick it off for the Black Raiders.
For some reason, oh, there we go.
Pulling out all the stops here.
Dar, quickly give us that again. You cut out for a little bit.
Not from this side. I was too far.
All right, so a little too far out for Dar there on the side to see. There's a lot of kids and phones in between him and us, so that ball's a high winder, and this is going to be caught by Gravengood.
Gravengood takes the fair catch.
Technology can be a little tricky sometimes, but it's great to have Dar on the sideline. We haven't been able to hear him most of the time tonight. Just depends on where the interference is and whatnot. But all right, Valley's offense takes the field, 21-20. 2 interceptions by Drake DeGroat. Feels like Valley could have 35 points.
It
right
does.
now.
They'll go back to the ground, though. I think you're going to go with that 1-2 punch of King and Mason here, and I think it's going to be an interesting kind of chess match here the rest of the way. I mean, it only took a minute of this game for Sioux City East to jump in there. Sorry, not Southeast Bowl. Sioux City East to jump in there, but Valley going to go right back to it, and DeGroat in the pistol there hands it off.
This is Davison. Gets upfield for a couple. There have been a couple good defensive plays by Sioux City East tonight, but overall, I think back to that 3rd and 15, that was really a backbreaker that kind of shows Valley can move the ball pretty well on this team.
Absolutely, and I think, Davison's come in and given them an extra spark in the running back game. We haven't seen a ton of Mason since he's come in, and then King Coleman has been in and out as well, the 2 premier backs for them. But Davison, the hot hand, I think Gary Swenson likes riding it.
They put everybody on the left side, and as I say that, Jaden Brown will go in motion to the right. On 2nd down at 7. Another handoff up the middle, and
picks up 3 there.
He stood up, though, for the most part.
And that's what Sioux City East needs to do, but this is what's scary if you're a Valley fan or a Valley player. Sioux City East playing with the belief that we can win this game. And I'm not sitting here saying they didn't come in with that mindset.
No, but I will say the momentum that was sucked out of this home side when that pick 6 went back the other way and that whole sideline erupted, everyone thought maybe we can hang in with Valley. So it's very impressive what we've seen tonight for Sioux City East already. And they get even bigger here. 3rd down and 5. And what you'd expect is a punting spot for Valley unless they feel so confident. They put everybody on the right side. 5 yards at the marker. Mason tries to get to the edge, and he is stood up. Nowhere to go, and the Black Raiders are all over it.
I didn't quite catch a number on who was the first one through, but it doesn't really matter. I think it was Colin Pittinger. He just jumped in there and met Mason in the backfield. Another look at it. Pittinger, no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. I need to shout out the right guy if I'm going to do it. Jacob Bradefogel was the first man to meet him, and then the rest of the Sioux City East Raiders just jump in on it, and that's going to force a Valley punt. And Sioux City East a chance to take the lead here in the 3rd quarter as they get the ball back.
Black Raiders got to be feeling good here. High punts. This is not McGregory. Gravengood was the one who punted this one, and that one is going to be caught by Ford inside about the 35-yard line. So really good field position to start out. And now, I mean, how do you play this? How do you play this offense drive? Do you go back to Wager, who is really starting to get running, or do you just go back to what?
Well, and I think I'm going to throw it down to Dar really quick because my question is, what's the vibe like on that sideline right now for Valley?
Well, there's a lot of concentration. They had the defense over here on the bench. Now the offense is over here on the bench, and they're talking it out because they got to get the assignments right here. So there's a lot of glum faces by the players, and the coaches are just trying to explain what they got to do here.
Thanks, Dar. It's certainly something you want to quell quickly.
Jepson waiting, firing. Grimsley caught, but he is out of bounds. Makes an insane grab that just shows what he can do. Valley's last close game was Ankeny, week 8, but that was a low-scoring 13-10 game. They really haven't had a shootout by any means. Johnston was pretty good. Waukee Northwest was actually up there as well, 42-25, but I don't think Valley's been in a game quite like this.
Right. Sioux City East has had a couple of these. Their win over Bishop Heelan 26-7, and then the loss to SBL 21-10, Sergeant Bluff Luton.
They've given up 35-plus points in 4 games this year, Sioux City East has, so something to keep an eye out on. As Wager does not go anywhere. He is wrapped down to the backfield. I believe Benjamin Booth might have been in there for Valley. He's
the
just
guy,
a sophomore.
That's the guy that came up high-fiving everybody who was riled up a little bit, so that's a tackle for a 1-yard loss. And now a big hole here for Sioux City East. Again, the deep shot sets them back, in my opinion, and they just haven't hit it yet. They had a good look on that first try for a touchdown, and then obviously the true touchdown that happened, but haven't hit one since.
3rd down and 11, bunch wide receiver group here to the right side for the Black Raiders. Man in motion, Jepson, deep step. Cal Jepson firing up top, one-on-one, caught! Down, no, they're gonna say he dropped it.
No,
they're
they
gonna
called
say,
him out of bounds.
Or he's out of bounds.
The left half of his body was on the sideline as he juggled it. Otherwise,
John Yates almost had an unbelievable catch. Take a look at the replay.
And I do think it's the right call. He gets it on the first bounce, but watch here. I don't know,
man.
You can't.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know.
I don't think you can take that away from a kid in that spot. That's a tough.
Oh,
my
boy.
first look, I agreed with him, but then seeing it there,
I mean, there was still grass in between his shoulder pad and the. Boy, that is a tough call. That is a really tough call. And for the Sioux City East side, they can't see it. I mean, there's no way they could see it very well.
Which might actually pay off because then it doesn't work you up as much.
Borrell, long kick back, and Laylasher gets planted to the ground at the 35-yard line. So Sioux City East has to push that aside and say, all right, let's come back out on defense. I want to go back down to Dar. Dar, you and I called Cedar Falls and Southeast Polk last year, and Cedar Falls almost upset Southeast Polk to go to the Dome. This game sure does feel just like that. You're throwing everything at the kitchen table and saying, we got to try to do anything to beat a team. Do you sense that here?
Yeah, I mean, for Sioux City East, you lose, your season's over, but if you get the upset, you've knocked off one of the top teams in the rankings. So, yeah, they're going to throw everything at it.
Definitely something to keep an eye out on tonight. How aggressive does Sioux City East get?
Well, we've seen it already. I don't know that you can get much more aggressive.
That's how it goes. But, boy, that catch might sting for a little bit. Yeah. Handoff and tripping is the tailback. I believe that's either Coleman or Davison. It's Coleman on the carry.
And Brayfogle is in there again. And
there's new life in this Sioux City East defense. I'm not really sure what they've changed, but take a look at the replay. This is just a slip.
Well, I think what helps here, it's certainly a slip, but I think what helps is they're into Grote's head a little bit. Yeah. They know that he can't really go deep with it because he's thrown 2 interceptions, so now you can stack that box up a little bit more. You're seeing 7 guys within 5 yards of that line of scrimmage.
And don't underestimate the blocked PAT. That might also come back to bite the Black Raiders. They fake the handoff to Brown. Coleman still going. Coleman makes the man miss and is down to the 40-yard line.
Coleman sheds an arm tackle, and he is juiced up once again. And King Coleman hasn't had a carry in a while, at least haven't heard his name, and so he was fresh and ready to roll. And I like the motion that they get going with Brown across because he's such a threat. Great fake. Handoff to Coleman, breaks an arm tackle or 2 there, and then picks up into the second level.
A Valley score would still keep it in a possession. Obviously would go to 8 if a PAT is made. So
maybe that's a spot where Valley goes for 2
yeah,
to make it
to
9.
possibly just try to put it a little bit more out of reach. Brown on a big end around. Instead they go to Coleman. And King continues to just drive the legs and finally push down, but he got a gain of about 4 or 5.
Yeah, the senior back is just a beast to try and handle in there. King Coleman, you look at his numbers, he's 5'8", only weighs $180, but I'd be curious how much that kid can squat as we've got an injury down on the field, and I think with that we'll probably head to break here.
Yeah, that is number 45, Francisco Diquez, who is on the ground. We'll step aside for a quick second. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today. 10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Getting your car serviced or repaired can be a pain. That's why Westside Auto Pros is committed to making it as painless as possible. If you wish, we'll come get your car at your home or office and return it when it's done. Or you can drop your car off here and we'll shuttle you to where you want to go. When we're finished with your car, we'll come pick you up and bring you back. If your car is going to be here for a few days, we offer low to no cost rentals.
So give us a call and say, I can't wait to have my car serviced at Westside Auto Pros.
Welcome back to the Central Iowa Sports Network. And number 45, Francisco DeQuez, senior D lineman, has to get a lot of help coming off the field. Didn't really put pressure on either leg. So we'll hope for the best for him. Second down, it's short. A handoff again to Coleman, and boy, he has been moving down the field this drive, and he has the first down for Valley.
You know, he lines up 7 yards deep off the line for those handoffs, but he gets ahead of Steve going as he heads to the sideline, and he looks dinged up now. As he just came down, he's laying down on the sideline, Valley sideline, in a little bit of pain. And
Dar is right there. We'll wait to check in with Dar in a little bit. We'll wait and see. Could just be exhaustion.
Could be a wind knockdown.
Yeah, he has been running very hard. First down and 10 for the Tigers. Davison is the back now. They go to him. And drop down. Somehow, some way, Colin Pittenger put the paw out and hung on to him and didn't let him go.
I think that could be argued as a horse collar in some levels, but
I mean,
that's a man amongst boys kind of play there with Pittenger.
He was on the other side of a tackle.
Had his left hand in it.
Watch
Look,
this.
He's being blocked. Nope, that's my guy. Wow. He says, come back here, sir. So 2nd and 8 from the 25, and this is field goal range too for Valley. So I again think Gary Swenson's just going to go for it in all 4th down situations here on this side of the field.
Davison again. This time it's an end around to Jaden Brown. Boy, very quick speed. Sioux City East linebackers and ends had to be close. They're going to be just short. 3rd down and about 1 is the call.
Big play here, too. If you're Sioux City East, get some penetration. I just assumed DeGroat's going to run it again. Look for another jet sweep, though. They love those in these situations, and getting Brown out in space is lethal inside the 20.
Dar, anything on King Coleman down there?
He came out and he talked to him a little bit. I think he just got the air knocked out of him a little bit, and then he got back up and he was going to go back in.
Running hard, and that's exactly what he does. He comes right back in and gets the first down. Tough-nosed, hard-nosed football player King Coleman goes back and gets the first down, and Valley moves the chains inside the Metro Heating and Cooling red zone.
Anyone who's ever taken a lick to the stomach and had the wind knocked out of you, you know how it feels. It kind of debilitates you, shocks you for a second. It's a little scary for a moment, and then you just got to breathe it out.
A couple personnel changes here for the Tigers. Trying to punch this thing in and extend the lead here against a very pesky Sioux City East team. Darius Mason is the back. Everybody up on the front for the line of scrimmage here. One wide receiver out right and left. Darius Mason with the call. And down he goes inside to about the 11.
3 different running backs on this drive alone, and I mean that's kind of the three-headed monster we see out of Valley. Again, reminiscent of what Iowa State's had at times this year up there with some speed, some power, and a little bit of both. I think you could probably classify the same here with the Tigers. Davison's the straight speed. And
yeah. Well, and you and I called Waukee last week.
Yeah.
Very talented because they have those backs. I bet it's saving them tonight over in Liberty. So
yeah. Is that my cue to go find that story?
We might have to go find that here and eventually. 2nd and 7 to DeGroat on the rollout. Drake waiting, firing, Graven good, couldn't hang on. Dropped, good coverage by Dane Milton over on the far sideline. Had an interception earlier tonight. Brings up 3rd down and medium.
No score change from our last update, by the way, and another look at it. DeGroat rolling out to his right, that's where he's comfortable. Nice play defensively there. Really nice job breaking that up by Milton.
Very, very, very close.
So 3rd and long here. And again, if you're Sioux City East, a field goal, you're fine with it.
Yeah. And I think Valley at this point, you take every point you can get. Brown in motion. Instead, they go to Coleman. Coleman runs into traffic. Oh, he's close. No, he's not close. The FAR judge got all the way up to the first down marker, but this is going to be 4th and short. Oh, boy, what do you do?
4th and 4.
Yeah, what do you
3. I think
you're going to stay.
I think you go for it here. If your value, you say we're better than you, we're going to win it in the trenches. And now is a gut check time for both of these teams. If you're Sioux City East, boy, what an opportunity here.
Couple hands on hips, but Sioux City East is going to need a stone wall here. 4th down and 3. They go quick. Yeah, they put everybody up on the left side. And a whistle is blown. And a timeout is called by Coach Winkelpleck and his team. We'll take a quick break and be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
A fuel choice that even rivals can agree on? Now that's worth the hype. Cheaper, cleaner, and homegrown. Pump it up with unleaded 88.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade. With the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
Not quite a goal line stand, but a stand is going to have to happen right here for Sioux City East. 3 wide receivers to the right. 4th down and 3. Handoff. Coleman.
Does not
get it. He didn't get it. Sioux City East holds down inside the red zone. What a play for the Black Raiders. Dar, you were right down there. They clearly were not faked out by the 3 wide receivers out on the right side.
No, they didn't. They didn't get the push they needed either up front. But I think it's the Kirk Ferentz play here. You're thinking, okay, we don't get it, but we got them backed up, against their goal line. So then you got to turn it back over to your defense and say, hey, let's shut them down. They haven't shown that they can drive the entire length of the field yet.
Thanks to our James Hogenkamp making that tackle, pulling the running back, and now Sioux City East with new life. Quick pass out wide left. Could have been picked. Instead, the hit stick dropped.
Oh, my goodness, almost a disaster as Yates couldn't quite hang on. Dar makes a great point. I mean, Swenson's not dumb. He's done this for a long time. He knows their defense is better. They are the better team. So you just got to, at some points, you just got to say, all right, fine.
Field is flipped right now.
Yeah, I'll put my faith in my defense. If you beat us, you beat us. But, Coach Swenson, it says a lot. He trusts his players here. And if you're Sioux City East, you definitely don't want to punt this deep because then you just give Valley the ball right back. So
although their punts have been working
Barral has been pretty good. Jepson fakes. He fires a bomb down the field to Grimsley, and Grimsley, flag is thrown. PI, Loudon Grimsley. That was really well done. He purposely cut underneath to come back and draws the flag.
Well, ball was underthrown, and how many times have we seen that at every level? Receiver goes back for the ball, and DB doesn't have his head turned to go make a play on it. That's pass interference every single time, and it's the right call, and that's a bailout, too, for Sioux City East.
Loudon Grimsley, an offer from Indiana. At the beginning of the season, people have said, Indiana, that's cool. Well, what Kirk Signetti has built with Indiana is truly unbelievable. So a huge, huge offer for Loudon Grimsley. Yeah,
Google Signetti.
Google Kirk Signetti, and look at what he's done at James Madison and now at Indiana. There is a big reason to be excited. There's excited for any college offer. Kent State also on the board.
Yeah.
North Dakota State also on the board for Loudon Grimsley.
Power.
So now he's starting to kind of get a little bit more in rhythm here, and Sioux City East now can breathe a little bit.
What a big play that was, and again, Sioux City East going right back to work.
Grodicke on the outside, end around, gets a good chunk. Yeah, going to be just about 3 yards short. He's kind of been that other back besides Wager seems a little bit faster.
Yeah, I mean, he's only had 19 carries on the season as Groken, and that's 20 here. Is nice little handoff, bounces it outside, and picks up 7. Makes it 2nd and 3 on the 29-yard line. And again, we still have a quarter of football left, plus a minute 45 here.
Game that is far from over, and a game that a lot of people are looking at the score. If you're not watching, and you're probably thinking, what in the world is going on over in West Des Moines?
It's the Jim Halpert from The Office just looking to the camera. What is going on?
One of those games.
Yeah.
1:27 to go here in the third quarter, and a flag is down. And that was a false start, and Jepson either was really mad that happened, or
he
just
threw
had
the
to
ball
get
at
rid
his
of it.
receiver's feet.
Yep.
One of the two.
That's going to back him up.
We're going to get a false start.
A team that, John, tonight has really not been penalized. I mean, they really haven't shot themselves in the foot.
No, Valley's done more of that themselves, but, you know, that's a big penalty. Blake's got the infectious yawns going on me over here. I'm just kidding.
It's not me.
I'm just kidding. So, no, I mean, that's a big drop there and puts him back in 2nd and 8 instead of 2nd and 3. And so, again, talking about off schedule and staying on schedule, this is a big play right here for Sioux City East.
Talked about it earlier, but Jepson, the career passing yard leader for Sioux City East, which is pretty impressive as just a junior. He throws that one down in the dirt. It'll be 3rd down and goal. Threw for 6 touchdowns earlier this year in one of the games. All-around athlete. I mean, just very, very talented for Sioux City East. He's been playing now for obviously a couple of years and trying to lead his team to an upset win in the first round of the playoffs, but a lot of work to do.
He wanted to get that one out a lot faster there. I think he pump faked it thinking Yates was going to be ready to go. Yates wasn't looking for it, so then he hesitates and then tried to go to Ashcraft and wasn't there for him, and so it ends up in the dirt. We've got a 3rd and 8 here, minute 15 in the 3rd.
Jepson, play action fake, looking, everybody's covered, but he still fires a dart downfield to Austin Shepard. What a catch. I did not see Shepard breaking free.
Shepard got knocked out by his own guy on that play. A couple guys in the same vicinity. Nonetheless, it's a 1st down, and big conversion there. Another look at it. Watch, Shepard just gets rocked by his own player here in that one.
Maybe that's why. Everybody just kind of meshed together. I think
that was Yates there.
Yeah, I think he wanted Grimsley on the far line, but the comeback route didn't work. And
so 3 guys in the same vicinity, and somehow it ends up in one of their hands.
Slower drive, but a drive that is working nonetheless on a 3rd down conversion. 2nd 3rd down conversion, that one not penalty-aided. For Techie, not much, maybe a yard or 2 in what most likely is the final play of the 3rd quarter. In a game that I don't think anyone saw coming, personally. I mean, just how tonight has worked out.
Yeah.
We'll see if the Black Raiders run one more play.
Looks like they'll try and get one more in here on 2nd and 9. Again, trying to make this 3rd manageable and keep Valley on their heels.
Winklepleck comes running over. I thought maybe he was going to try to call a timeout.
Nope, I think they're just going to let it go into the quarter.
All right, well, put up your 4s and buckle up. We got a fun one coming up here in the 4th. 21-20, Valley on top of Sioux City East. We'll be back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
If you grill it, he will come.
Hey.
Hey.
Is this heaven?
Nope. It's fairway.
Western lets your UTV power through the storm. The Impact V Plow and Impact Straight Blade, with the features the pros demand. Custom tailored for your UTV. And to keep your work top-notch, rely on the Tornado UTV Hopper Spreader. Now that's a job well done. Western, more jobs done faster.
Visit Truck Equipment Inc. today at truckequipmentinc.com.
21-20, Valley over Sioux City East. Dar Danielson down on the sideline. Dar, We're looking at a classic here. How about the fight by Sioux City East?
Yeah, and again, look at their line, how tight they're playing. They aren't letting Valley get a pass rush and giving him more time back there. They're also pulling big number 74 on the runs and pulling him out, trying to get a little lead blocking there. So they figured something out on the offensive line.
Rayshawn Marshall is the man that Dar was mentioning. Second down and long here for Jepson. He's going to fire this one long, and he just overshoots his wide receiver who was open. That was number 6, Quentin Ashcraft. Just a little long, but he had him.
He's had a couple of those today, Jepson has, where he's maybe just hasn't quite put enough air under it, and he probably wants that one back now as we sit 3rd and 9. Quick score update, Southeast Polk trailing Pleasant Valley now 21-14. That was 20 minutes ago, so I'm guessing that was right at the start or midway through the 3rd quarter.
It's going to get close, going to get real close between Southeast Polk and Pleasant Valley. The Rams, a 3-time defending state champion, might not make it back to the Dome this year. We'll keep an eye out for that one. 3rd down and 9, another big 3rd down. Surprise, surprise. They've converted on the first 2 they've had this drive. And a whistle is blown. No, delay a game.
Ooh, even worse. Timeout. No, they give the
Oh, they did
timeout.
get the timeout. It's like college. They give them to them every time. So timeout is called. No.
No, the far line judge was signaling.
Yeah, Winklepleck
is
talking to the far line judge.
The far line judge signaled a timeout, and there we go. There's our timeout.
We'll stay here while we have it. We'll go down on the field to Dar once again. Dar, you've been walking up and down the Valley sideline. You know, John kind of asked you earlier, but what is the mood? I mean, Valley obviously heavily favored in this game, but have just kind of come out flat-footed a couple times.
They get the ball back. One thing we have not seen from Valley yet is a big special teams play. We've seen that out of Sioux City East, but, you know, they've lived on that all year with the returns. So that is something, too, to be looking for.
Definitely something to watch for. And we saw DeGroat kind of working next to you, Dar. Is there anything, is he just trying to get steps down or just trying to maybe stay in the game a little bit more?
Stay a little warm here, I think, you know.
All right, so a couple more slight technical difficulties there, but we'll get them figured out. Usually when Dar's on the other side of the 50, usually it works out. So we'll just have to see as that keeps going on, but we appreciate Dar, what he's doing down there. Good insight from inside. 3rd down and 9. The penalty does not count because the timeout was called. 11:54 to go here in the 4th. Jepson. Pressure coming. Fires a dart to the outside, and it's almost picked off. Jaden McGregory had it in his hands as Grimsley fell to the ground. They've moved and put McGregory on Grimsley now.
Yeah, that goes through McGregory's hands, and Grimsley almost comes up with it. I think, too, Jepson kind of got thrown off because look at the pressure off the backside.
A whistle is blown on a flag, and the Sioux City East fans say this is on Valley.
See, it might have had some jawing going on out there.
Jaden McGregory was saying something on the far sideline, but I'll be very curious to see. They're talking over.
And this could be
through their headsets. Could this be another?
If it's a personal foul, 15 yards, they're going to march it off. It is against Valley.
Unsportsmanlike conduct is called on Valley. And that is free. 15 yards for Sioux City East. Boy.
And here's
take a look at the replay.
Gregory had something to say. He was chatting him up a little bit. And there's a flag. He took it a step too far.
You just can't do that. You cannot do that in a game like this.
Not in that situation. You've got 4th and 9. You're up a point.
Unreal job by our cameraman to catch that, but you just can't have it. You just cannot have that happen right now.
Sioux City East now on the Valley side of this field.
2 penalties, 2 big penalties have aided this drive for Sioux City East.
It'll be 1st down from the 46.
Handoff to Grotecki. And all the way down, short of the 1st down. Yeah, the marker hadn't quite gotten to its spot, but he's about a yard short.
That's a big gain, though, and still, I think Sioux City East has now gained some momentum. Think about it. We're about to have to walk off the field, pump that ball away, and be.
I think Sioux City East was going to go for
Probably.
it. It sure did look like they were going to go
but
for it, but still.
4th and 9 is tough conversion, as we've seen all night long. Instead, you get a new set of downs and you're marching.
You just can't do it. 2nd down and inches. Gredicke again. Boy, it's like Dar said. They've changed a couple things. They've pulled a couple guards, and now stuff is starting to work on Sioux City East line.
Dar, is there any panic down there on that Valley sideline right now?
I wouldn't say panic. They're kind of standing there like, hey, we're going to get a stop sometime, but it's just kind of like, wait a minute, these guys keep moving the ball on us.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Dar.
Overconfidence is the thing. I mean, and Valley had all the reason to be overconfident. I mean, the season they've had. No, it's not. It's just Sioux City East has truly come to play. Jepson fires downfield, caught at the sticks, 1st down.
It's a great catch on the far side by number
Ford.
9. Chris Ford.
What hasn't he done?
Has the pick 6, and that's a big 1st down conversion. Takes a hit on the play as well. Another great look at the replay. Great job by our camera crew tonight to do that. Great pass.
Beautiful.
And nice job by Ford to protect himself because he knew a hammer was coming with Layla Scher.
Couple more substitutions checking in. Metro Heating and Cooling red zone for Sioux City East. Haven't said that a lot tonight. Jepson hands off. Gredicke this time, though, not going to get much. Maybe a yard. I personally think this is field goal range if you're Sioux City East. Yeah, I don't think you can do the play for 4. Your
Granted,
defense
they've had one block.
Yes, yeah. But your defense has showed up in some ways here in the second half.
You're looking at a 35, 36-yarder with a little bit of wind at your back and across you. I think it's certainly a makeable field goal. But Sioux City East is thinking touchdown here. They're thinking upset touchdown. Let's go do this.
You want points. You're not just going to rely on a 2-point lead if you can get a field goal. They spread them out again. Rarely do they go empty backfield for Jepson. And I believe Gredicke again in the backfield. Jepson back to throw. Lobs this one up and overfires. Intended for Chris Ford again. It'll bring up 3rd down and long.
I think Ford broke off his route there. He was supposed to run a back corner fade, and the ball's in the right spot for the corner fade, but again, just wasn't there for it.
3rd down and long. I would say this is a tough spot, but this has not been a tough spot for Sioux City East on this drive. They have converted on almost every 3rd and long and or now 4th and long. Two have been aided by penalties. 1 on their own.
Look for a quick hitter here.
3rd and 9. Jepson, they go handoff to Gredicke, and he busts through. Touchdown, Sioux City East. And the Black Raiders have come back to take the lead on the 4th-ranked Valley Tigers.
The first time they've taken the lead since going up 7-0 in this game, and all of a sudden, Valley has their backs against the wall, down 5. Another look at it. Hits the hold as Gutkin gets maybe touched twice, but no one was there. Shout out to the offensive line for blowing that thing wide open.
Everyone in this stadium thought they were going for the pass. Nobody thought that was going to be a run. And now Sioux City East goes for 2 to try to make this a 7-point game. What do you call here?
Same thing.
Black Raiders on to attempt the 2-point
Inside the 5 for the 2-point conversion. Jepson looks, fires, caught. 2-point conversion is good. Quentin Ashcraft. An upset is brewing in Valley Stadium. We'll be back 28-21, Sioux City East on top.
Over 1,300 vehicles on WalkieChevy.com.
This, I tell you what, if they win this game.
If you don't have it, you can build it. Newly expanded service department means we're hiring. See the openings on WalkieChevy.com. Schottenkirk Chevy Waukee. WalkieChevy.com.
Free Godfather's Pizza begins with the download. Order through my new online ordering app and start earning free pizza and sides. It's easy. Download the Godfather's Pizza online ordering app today. Do it.
Hi, this is Chris from Fireplace Superstore, and if you've been thinking about upgrading that old wood or gas fireplace in your home or adding a new one someplace that you've always wanted, we have Central Iowa's best selection of wood, gas, and electric fireplaces. So if you've always wanted to add some warmth and beauty along with value to your home, come see us at Fireplace Superstore today.
10820 Douglas in Urbandale.
Welcome back to Valley Stadium.
Is it Halloween?
Wait, we had a little bit. we didn't cut the mic there before we went to break, but John and we both kind of looked at each other, and it truly is. It's unbelievable how this has gone for Sioux City East, and all the credit in the world. The Black Raiders have come to play in one of the hardest places to play in the state against one of the toughest schools in the state and lead with 9:32 to go in the fourth quarter. We'll go to Dar here in just a second, but we'll wait the kickoff. It is not an onside. Borrell sends it deep.
That's a great kickoff, too.
Lalisher takes it inside the 5. Pushes it to the outside. Here goes Lalisher, making men miss, and down to the 40. Dar Valley trails here in this game, but a good kick return like that can really help awaken this crowd.
Yeah, that's the special teams I talked about. A lot of frustrated defensive players coming over, slapping their heads. They cannot figure out what's going on here, and just no pressure on the quarterback on that drive.
That's a good point. That is a really good point. I don't think Jepson's been sacked tonight. I don't
Maybe
believe
once
so.
or twice.
Yeah,
it's that drive. You mentioned it earlier. They haven't gone empty backfield much at all, and I think part of that is protection.
Now the pressure moves to the Tigers, who have gone quiet here in this second half. King Coleman with the carry. Still driving his feet, and actually gets about 7 or 8 yards.
He might be the toughest running back to bring
and he
down
doesn't look like it. I mean, he looks like he would just be your standard back, but boy, I'd love to see if Dar can see next time he comes on the sidelines. He has caution something else on his back plate. I'd love to see if I can figure out what that says, but
I remember there are years where guys had like beware dog, with the W, but
I've seen like caution, hard to catch, or see you later, but it says caution something. I can kind of see it on that camera, but either way, he's playing hard. 2nd down and 3. Coleman again. Good cut, makes a big hit, but he's still going to have enough for the first down as everybody joins the pile.
He met Jacob Brayfogle in the hole there and just laid us some lumber.
I might have to watch some Jacob Brayfogle wrestling highlights this fall. Boy, look at that hit.
Yeah, Brayfogle's not an easy man to move, and King just said, "No, I'm gonna run through you, sir."
Tough to go against.
Quick score update 2 for you. Southeast Polk and Pleasant Valley tied at 21 with 9:08 remaining in that game.
Sep trailed 21-7, has rallied all the way back. You can never count out 3-time defending state champions. Quick 4A update for you. Decorah comes back and wins against Newton, 15-14.
Wow.
Handoff, Coleman. In the middle. Boy, he's hard to break down.
Feed that man.
2 interceptions by DeGroat. You kind of talked about it. Do you think that's leading to a little bit more of this ground attack?
Yeah, I think it has to, and I think if you're Sioux City East, you have to keep stacking the box. The only problem is King is just so hard to bring down. He just keeps running through people. King Coleman, he's a senior on a mission. I can guarantee you, as a senior, he is not ready to kiss this season goodbye.
Can't put it away yet. Davison is now the back in for Valley. Got Owen Woods out on the far left side. DeGroat keeps it himself and gets enough of the first down. Good play call.
Good decision there by DeGroat. I think he does a nice job protecting the ball, getting that top hand over it. Really gets those chains moved again, and they're going to go try with some tempo as I think Davison comes in now. There's that Coleman.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, Coleman in now.
Yep, sorry.
One thing, though, look at that clock. Clock just keeps moving here. Even if Valley scores, I doubt they're going for 2, so it just gives the ball right back to Sioux City East.
I don't know. I think Gary Swenson on this night with the running backs he has is King Coleman breaks it wide open. Massive pickup of about 20 yards. And Valley in the red zone once again.
They're moving strong with him. King Coleman once again inside the Metro Heating and Cooling red zone. Take a look at the replay. Really good blocking up front by big number 74. How about that? Followed it all the way down. Who is that? Marcus McGregor. Followed his block all the way downfield. And now Valley inside the red zone here. I don't think you ever have to pass the ball the rest of this drive. I think you just got to keep it.
Keep it on the ground with King Coleman.
And hold on to the ball. It's getting colder. Coleman again driving, legs pushing all the way down to the marker. It's going to be 2nd and about inches here.
Be 2nd in the yard. Yep, 2nd and a half yard or so. And Valley now on the doorstep, down 7.
Take a look again.
He is so shifty through that line. Just finds a little hole to weave through. And
Zach Schemper was the pulling guard and did a really good job getting up in the middle, big number 88, to block. 2nd and 1. Inside the 15.
Mason in now.
Yeah, Mason, a little bit bigger of a body, down inside the 5. Very good drive by Valley here. That clock continues to move.
6:02, still a lot of football game left, and if your Valley punch it in, go get a stop, force a punt, and then get back to work.
I gotta feel good here. That 2-point conversion was huge. I mean, that definitely helps you breathe just a little bit more.
But don't tell me Gary Swenson might not go for 2 here.
He's done it at state to beat some very good teams at the Dome in recent memory. So 1st and goal from the 4. King Coleman wants to finish it off, and he does. Touchdown, Valley.
Coleman with one of the strongest drives I've seen from any running back this season. He put this team on his back in a lot of ways on that last carry. And now we have a 1-point game once again. Great job, hits the hole, and he just plows through. He's been getting some moves from his offensive line tonight, too, so shout out the big boys up front.
Marcus McGregor, number 74, has got his hard hat on. He is doing work on the inside. And now Valley will attempt the crucial PAT here to tie it up at 28. Kick is up, and it is good. 28 all. Sioux City East will get the ball back. We'll be right back. You're watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.
Save big at DeArmond CDJR Ames. Receive 2.9% for 84 months on the new Dutch Hornet RT, Grand Cherokee 4xE, and Jeep Wrangler 4xE. New Ram 1500 4x4s at one low price of $35,990. New Ram HD Crew Cab 4x4 starting at $47,990. That's over $13,000 off, plus up to $10,000 off MSRP on new 2024 Grand Cherokees at the all-new DeArmond CDJR Ames. DeArmondAmes.com.
Metro Heating and Cooling is celebrating 40 years of keeping Des Moines comfortable. To celebrate, this October we're offering $40 off one of our seasonal maintenance plans or $40 off any repair. Get your home ready for the colder months with expert care and big savings. Whether it's a quick tune-up or a much-needed fix, we've got you covered. So call Metro Heating and Cooling today to celebrate 40 years with $40 off this October. Trust the team that's been keeping you warm since 1984.
28 all here in the first round of the Class 5A Iowa High School football playoffs. Blake Walker, John Schaefer with you here upstairs. Dar Danielson down the booth. We'll go to him in a second. Whew.
Blake, I'm going to be honest with you. I said before this game I thought it'd be over at half. Sioux City East deserves a massive tip of the cap, and Valley, they've done what they need to.
Win or lose, I don't think you can understate how well Sioux City East has played. Chris Ford is on the kickoff. He fakes the handoff to Loudon Grimsley, but this is going to be coming back a little bit further. There is a flag down. Now, the last drive, Sioux City East did go from inside the 10 down to all the way the other end to score for a touchdown. Had a couple penalties, but, I mean, they just played their style of football. They did everything right.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we'll have to start deep in their own territory again. Dar down there on the sideline, obviously probably going to be a hold, but what have you seen? I mean, this game has been unbelievable.
King Coleman is just taking it on his back. It says caution, I think, battle on there, but everybody's coming over, bumping him, and he's got that look in his eyes like, no, my season is not ending now.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we figured from these seniors, Dar. So with 5:30 left, I've got to imagine the momentum on that sideline has shifted.
Looks like struggling a little bit to get Dar there. It just depends on the signal. We'll get that figured out for sure. But Dar, appreciate your insight. A block below the waist puts this thing
at the 9.
At the 9. So pretty much the same exact spot that they were at. And Valley sideline is telling the crowd to get loud because they know this is a huge point in the ball game.
Well, and you hear it rumbling a little bit on our microphone. You feel it rumbling up here in the press box.
Jepson back to throw, firing deep, one-on-one, just overshoots his man. A little bit of contact, nowhere near enough to draw a flag. John Yates was in the vicinity.
Layla Scher does a nice job of leverage there, making sure Yates can't work his way back to the ball, but Layla Scher also does a good job getting his head around to read where that ball is at, so there's no flag or no draw in there, and that's going to set up a 2nd and 10. But I feel like just about every set of downs we've seen Sioux City East take that shot on first or second down.
Haven't heard the crowd this loud all night. 2nd down and 10 for the Sioux City East offense.
They might be doing it for warmth. We don't know.
Jepson, quick pass. Yates outside. Boy, almost broke it free. He's actually going to get him to a 3rd and manageable here.
That's a great play there in 2nd and long. Get your guy out in the space, and John Yates has some speed to work with. A nice job by him to tiptoe the sideline there. Make this a 3rd. I'm going to call it 2. Scoreboard says 3, but it is 3rd and 2.
They were really good on 3rd down that last drive. Can they do it again? Here's Cal Jepson. Handoff. Gradicke has stood up. He never had a chance. They tried to catch him off guard like they did earlier. Valley doesn't fall for it, and guess who? Andrew Price, who we have not called his name all night long, comes up big.
And that will force a punt. There's just no way if you're Sioux City East that you can go for it here with 4th and long. That was a great play by Price to get downhill, make the hit, and not give the running back any room to try and maneuver or get ahead of steam.
Borrell back on to punt. He's had some really good punts tonight. Jaden McGregory is back to receive. I know he'd love to do something big here after that big penalty. Valley's been close to a couple blocks tonight. They're going to fake it. They go short. This is caught by Chris Ford. He's going to have the 1st down. Can you believe it? Coach
can't
Winklepleck.
go for it on 4th down. What do I know?
What is Coach Winklepleck doing?
Chris Ford is going to get a game ball if they pull this upset off. The pick 6. He's had some big plays tonight. What hasn't he done, as we've talked about?
Dar, was there any indication that they were going to fake that?
Well, the only indication was what they've done all game long. You know, why leave that play for next year? No, it's all on the table right now.
Well, and Valley had it snuffed out there, and Ford breaks a tackle and just wins the sprint to the sideline. Thank you so much, Dar. Boy, oh boy, Sioux City East playing like there is literally no tomorrow.
It's the 1st round. They're trying to get their first quarter playoff win since 2013. Long ball just overshoots his man. Intended for Quentin Ashcraft. And you said it. Deep ball on 1st down, but at this point it's getting a little predictable if you guess anything.
And it's been a little bit out of reach.
It has.
I will say that's the one positive he's had on those misses, is it's been uncatchable for everybody out there. But you're right, Blake. I mean, this game is just bananas right now with 4:24 left in this game. You know what that also does keep in play is overtime.
Yeah, it does. Inside your own 15, I have never seen that.
What do you got to lose right now?
There is nothing to lose. You know that, Valley's bigger, they're better. It's a David versus Goliath situation. 2nd and 10, and everybody moved. Everyone but the quarterback.
Some confusion there on both sides, too. It looked like Price was trying to figure out where he was going in coverage, but this is going to move him back.
2nd and 15 is going to be what this backs up to. So what is that now? 2 penalties now in the last 5 minutes. I mean, 10 minutes, I'd say, for Sioux City East. So definitely can't do that. You can't fake a punt again, or at least I'm going to say you can't fake a punt again.
Don't put it past them. But at this point, too, here's the thing. 4:24 left. You're going to want some quick passes. I think they go to like another jet sweep or another little tunnel screen that they've done well with their wide receivers. Try and get more of that time to run off the clock, because if you can put Valley, even if you have to get the ball back to Valley with 1:30, I think you're feeling okay about it getting it to overtime. But you've got to at least eat some clock up here.
And again, a couple more late substitutions here. There is still time, 10 seconds on the play clock. Okay, it looks like they got everybody subbed out. Maybe. Is there 10 guys on the field? I can't tell. Jepson fires deep, down the field, incomplete, and no flag.
Well, he was looking once again for his go-to all night long in Chris Ford, but again, just could not convert. So now you do have a 3rd and 15.
Take a look at the replay here.
They've got bracketed coverage there. The safety's staying high at cover 2. And so you're not going to beat them over the top now at this point, unless it's some miracle grab.
Wager is the back. They haven't really gone to him on third down in long situations.
Look for a screen here, possibly.
Loudon Grimsley is here on the near side. He's covered by McGregory. Valley wants to possibly send a blitz. They do not. Screen play short to Wager. Great block, but Wager is brought down. Nicely done by Valley's defense to not let him go far. And it's fourth down.
That's a great play by Luke Walter to step up and hunt down Wager from behind. Another look at it. Screenplay was on that whole time, and 60 was in that mix as well. Alonzo Jimenez, and so that's a great play by Valley. This does force a punt opportunity at 4th and 10.
Air quotes, punt opportunity.
This time I assume they're going to with 3:40.
Yeah, you got to think. McGregory is backed up at his own 45. Valley might not even send anybody here just to be safe. On 4th down. Low snap. Brawl, a lot of hang time. McGregory goes back and makes the grab. That is a great punt, man. Unbelievable punt. Valley's offense will come back out, and really what we've seen, you got 3:24 left, but you're moving the ball at a good pace. It's going to take something big here because Valley has just been able to run it down their throat.
It's going to be a ground and pound here, and I think it's going to go right back to King Coleman. Let's go back down to Dar Danielson really quick. Dar, do you think it's going to be another dose of heavy run?
Zay Robinson just looked up at King Coleman and said, "It's you, man. It's you." He nodded his head.
That is why we have a man on the sidelines. Dar, great report there, and that is what this game is going to boil down to. King Coleman and co.
1st down and 10 with 3:24 to go. King Coleman gets the carry on 1st down. Gets past the outstretched rep of Brayfogle, and he'll get a couple.
Gets 4 there. That's a nice little start to this drive, and clock's going to tick under 3 minutes before the next snap here, but no panic, no pressure as Valley just keeps working. Again, they just need a field goal to win it here.
Christian Hesser has attempted a field goal this year. Longest is 28 yards. And Fradiani has a 38-yarder. Coleman, again, big hole for King Coleman. Spins away from one and is brought down inside the 50.
Sure felt like King Coleman got a step early there. He was kind of leaning and creeping with that left, but nonetheless, he got his head of steam going a little bit. Next thing you know, he's into the second level and beyond. Spins out of one, and I think he wanted to cut it back to the left, but gets taken down. Still on the other side of the 50.
It's been a running back by committee this year for Valley. Tonight, it's one man. King Coleman has been doing it all. Davison has had good moments. Mason has had good moments, but King Coleman continues to be the man. He gets the carry again. Is tripped up, though. Really nice play by, I believe that was number 42, James Hogenkamp Jr.
And I think if you're Sioux City East, you got to put 8 in the box now.
Yeah.
You've got to sit there, load the box up, and say, all right, DeGroat, beat us over the top. We dare you. 2:09, 2:08.
No 2-minute timeouts here in high school. We'll play right through. Darius Mason is the back on 2nd down and 9. DeGroat keeps. DeGroat, big hole. Drake DeGroat inside the 30, and the quarterback, who hasn't run it a lot, but has picked up big gains tonight, has Valley down inside the 30.
It's a nice run by DeGroat. Great keep. I think everyone's thinking, no, they're just going to run it with Mason. And he says, I'm just going to tuck this bad boy, get behind my tight end. Nice block on the outside. And that will be a big pickup inside the 30 now. Valley is with 1:45.
They're going to hurry a little bit, too. They have all 3 timeouts. Mason gets the carry, runs into a herd of defenders. That pile is going to keep pushing. When are they going to blow it dead? Now they officially blow it dead. That's always an interesting thing for the officials, is when you get in those big piles, when do you call it dead?
Yeah.
You know, when does it eventually get to the point, okay, nothing's happening, let's just get it.
I think there's early on in the NFL season, David Montgomery was in one of those piles and both feet were up off the ground.
Yeah.
And he's like, I was just along for the ride. I was laughing because of it. You know, it's those moments as we get a timeout by Valley.
We'll stay here for this one. We'll probably stay here for the rest of the way. 28-28. Dar, you're down there on the sidelines. Everybody in their mind probably thinks this could be a walk-off game-winning field goal. Has there been any warming up on the sideline?
Yeah, the kicker was warming up earlier. He is here now. There is absolute. So the conditions are good for a kick. There's no wind at all. So, but I think Valley'd like to finish it by pounding it into the end zone.
Now,
this is one of those situations. Gary Swenson's been around a long time. I can guarantee you, he's just telling his team to protect the ball and stay calm. Correct?
Right. You just want to keep moving it in there. They've done a good job of taking that clock down so you don't get that Hail Mary where somebody pops it up in the air and comes away with it.
Yeah.
But the kicker's warming up over here. He has the tee. They're talking to him a little bit, so.
Yeah, kickers are kind of superstitious, I'm guessing. Thanks, Dar. As a kicker, I wouldn't want anyone to talk to me at all. I want to just be in my zone. I don't know about you, but that's kind of where I'd want to live.
Coleman 2nd and 2. Coleman turns upfield and trips over his own ankles down inside the 10, and he knows it too. Almost there. He's going to at least get it to a possible chip shot, if not a touchdown. Quick replay.
I know he's mad about that. It's a great run, but as they go back to him, he's going to take it off the right side, gets met.
Yeah, gets the carry again. This time he has stood up. Ray Fogel and company right there.
I don't think Swenson's going to be mad about it necessarily, because if he scores on that play, you're looking at a minute 10 for Sioux City East to have that ball back. And as Dar alluded to, you don't want much time left for that Hail Mary opportunity. Now we've got a 2nd and goal at the 11.
Sioux City East does not have timeouts to even try anything here. Valley still has 2. 2nd down. Coleman. Again,
they're going to have to take a chip shot here.
Yeah, it's almost going to be pretty much a standard field goal. Swenson will call another timeout. It'll be 3rd down.
Now, if that offensive line can get a push, and
now I will say if they get another stop, where is the first down marker?
There isn't one.
Oh, there isn't a
It's
still goal. So if you get another stop, 3rd down becomes 4th down, then you'd expect Sioux City East to use that last timeout, so that way Valley doesn't wait it down to at least give your offense a chance.
I think King Coleman punches it in here, frankly. I think he's been a man on a mission all night, and I think he's going to try and cap this one off. He's had a big night himself. So,
Seppi Fratiani is the kicker for Valley. See him kind of warming up on the sideline.
Quick update, too, out of Pleasant Valley. Southeast Polk knocks off the
Spartans. They did it again.
24-21. Rams will get, who is it? Iowa City West lost to Bettendorf?
Iowa City West, I believe, beat Bettendorf.
So it'll be City West versus Southeast Polk out of that pot, if I do stand corrected.
All right, 3rd down upcoming. Can they just punch it in?
34 seconds to go, 3rd and 8 on the 8. Coleman in the backfield.
3rd down and 8. Coleman, middle, driving, and down he goes. Timeout is called. It is pretty much a standard field goal upcoming for Valley.
Took it to the middle. So they'll put it right down at the 3 or the 4. They'll put it at the 4.
Okay, so Sioux City East is not using their timeout.
I don't blame them here necessarily. I mean, you're going to try and get a stop anyway.
Yeah. So Swenson will get this all the way down. Timeout is called.
A blocked field goal would send it to overtime. Otherwise, you get a walk-off winner opportunity.
Seppi Fratiani, a senior, 4 of 8 on field goals this year. On PATs, he's 4 of 7. If he is still the one kicking, we'll see if they go with him or if they go with Christian Hesser. I mean, Fratiani is in the circle. Fratiani, a multi-sport athlete here, one of the top tennis players in the state of Iowa, ranked in Class 5A tennis-wise. So,
his longest field goal is 38 yards.
He is the kicker.
What a senior moment this could be for Fratiani.
The holder will be Dante Ciorata.
No, it is not Fratiani. It's going to be Conley Harn.
Conley Harn.
He's a sophomore.
All right, so Harn is the man, and he is 2 for 2 on PATs this year.
Has not tried a field goal, though.
Has not tried a field goal. Ford is on the one end for Sioux City East. A block sends us to overtime, or Valley can walk it off.
A miss also sends us to overtime. We're going to get a timeout. There's the icing.
Yeah, had to do it once.
At least it's not 3 timeouts to sit through icing a quarterback. Dar, any emotion down there? I see a lot of kneels right now.
The offense is kneeling here. King Coleman and the offense, they're just got their arms around each other. And they're just, I think they're confident, but you never know. The way this game has gone, anything could happen here. They blocked the extra point. Sioux City East gets the 2-point conversion. So, that confidence that maybe he can kick it through, but we'll see.
Either way, Dar, what can you say about the Sioux City East team we've seen tonight compared to the game we called against Southeast Polk a few weeks ago?
Well, I was in the same mind as you. I thought either in the first half or maybe the second it might get out of hand but teams grow. That was back on like the end of September. We're now through October, and teams grow and get better. Good coaches make teams better, and obviously that's what's happened with Sioux City East here.
Dar, thank you so much for all of your reports down there on the sideline tonight. Blake, what a wild way to finish
this is
it,
it.
huh?
Sioux City East, Coach Winkelpleck, no more timeouts, can't ice him anymore. The sophomore, Conley Horney, will come on to attempt the field goal for the Valley Tigers. The snap, the kick is through. Valley survives. Upset-minded Sioux City East, and the Tigers are on to the second round of the Class 5A postseason.
What a way to end it for the Valley Tigers. It wasn't always pretty tonight, but they did not stop doubting what they knew the outcome should be in this game. Give it to King Coleman tonight. That young man said, I am not ready for my senior season to go down like that. Great credit due for Sioux City East, who gutted out a gutsy performance. And boy, oh boy, did they have Valley on their heels all night long. I think Gary Swenson would tell us, and maybe Dar will catch up with Gary Swenson after this to just find out what that was like. But Blake, what a finish.
A performance that should be remembered for Coach Winkelpleck and his crew.
It's a building moment. Sorry, not to interrupt you.
It is. I mean, it's just a big moment. And we talked about it. 12 seniors on this team. And he just he almost took down one of the top teams in the state. I mean, truly one of an unbelievable game, and all the credit in the world to Sioux City East. And for Valley, there'll be questions this week. I mean, there will undoubtedly be questions. Couple mistakes. Would McGregor or would have Zay Robinson made a big difference in this game? That's up for people to debate. But overall, I see a Sioux City East team that in many people's minds had no business coming down here, making it almost 3-hour drive. People thought they'd just sit down and give Valley an easy path to the second round, but no, an unbelievable showing by the Black Raiders and Coach Winkelpleck. They have nothing to be ashamed of. And Valley is the one that gets the job done.
And we've got a post-game ceremony, obviously,
to
recognize
give the postseason
award
trophy to Sioux City East. And
I think Dar's looking for King Coleman as well as Gary Swenson on that one, but it might be a minute or two.
The whole team is gathering around Dar. I don't know if we need the whole team, but
we'll take them.
Yeah, we'll wait and get their observations, though I assume it's gone final. I believe Johnston most likely has beaten Waterloo West. It was 35-0 at one point, so we get a rematch next week at Valley Stadium. The Valley Tigers will host.
And let's, with that, head down to Dar Danielson, who's with King Coleman right now, the senior, putting his team on his back tonight.
King, it just seemed like it was you wanted to take it over in that last drive. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, that's all I was thinking. We were just trying to get the ball in the end zone and do what we had to do to get the win.
These guys just kept punching back at you, didn't they?
They did. It was a hard fight, but we pulled out.
I saw Zay say, hey, King, this is you. You got it. He's kind of been the cheerleader over there, huh?
Yeah, that's my guy. He's always rooting for me. That's my guy. I love that boy.
Well, it doesn't matter by how many, but you win and you advance.
Yes, sir. We're going to move on to the next. It's what it is. Yeah, we're good.
Are you tired?
A little bit. It was a lot of running to do out there. We got it done.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you.
King Coleman there. We'll try to get Coach Gary Swenson here in just a second.
All right, while he does that, we'll keep talking back and forth here. Sioux City East will get their trophy there. Again, just 12 seniors on a Sioux City East team that Coach Winkelpleck should be fully just appreciate. I mean, it is an unbelievable effort tonight by the Black Raiders and will not go unnoticed. And Valley hung on. I mean, it was all, it's They just hung on.
It
I mean, that's
wasn't
really
always
what it
pretty.
is. It
Yeah.
wasn't pretty. I think of the penalties a couple times. Valley a couple times, it was like, well, this is the Valley team that shot themselves in the foot. But I think back to last year, Valley's back up against the wall. They're under 500. They had to beat Ankeny to make it to the postseason. And what they do, a walk-off field goal. Won it for them. And tonight does it. A little unorthodox, but gets the job done. I think if we had to go player of the game, obviously King Coleman, but for Sioux City East, Ford left it all out on the field.
He did.
Just an unbelievable job by the sophomore.
Yeah, I mean, the pick six really turned this game back their way, and then you look at what he was able to do with the reception on the fake punt that led to the game-tying touchdown eventually. I mean, it really was an impressive outing for this Sioux City East team, and certainly nothing to hang their heads about. And back to your point, too, a foundational game for them to come out here to Central Iowa and compete with them. Obviously Gary Swenson talking to his team, and on the Valley side of things, this game, a close one like this, might actually be a good thing for a team like Valley, where I think if they run over Sioux City East, it gives them a little bit
wake-up call.
Yeah, you need that wake-up call, right? It's an alarm bell going off saying, guys, we have to be near perfect to win week in and week out and keep the season alive. So really impressive stuff by Gary Swenson's squad to gut that out too. But man, Sioux City East made that a fun one to watch. And again, we'll take a quick look around the rest of the CIML scores. Jags win, Centennial does advance, as does Southeast Polk.
Liberty up 31-14, should close that over to Waukee. Ankeny up at halftime, 21-14. Dowling over Cedar Falls, 41-21. And really, other than that, if we can officially get the final on Bettendorf and Iowa City West, Iowa City West was up
I'll
for
see
the
if I
most
can
part.
find it quick for you.
But overall, a tough, hard-fought game by Valley and Sioux City East. Very curious to see how the districts and stuff play out, because with Sioux City East, obviously the district will change a little bit. Iowa City West does upset Bettendorf 21-16. If you watch Iowa City West, I don't think that's an upset considering how talented Jack Wallace and Mason Woods are. But
so does Iowa City West then have to go to Southeast Polk now?
Yes.
So Southeast Polk just flipped the script on that one.
So Southeast Polk will get a home game next week against.
Unbelievable.
And our producer Justin thinks about all the logistics of how we might possibly do that. But we will see how everything works out. Let's go down the field to Dar for a second and see if Dar can catch up with Coach Swenson.
Yeah, I'm trying to get over to him here. Let's see.
You're working your way there,
My
Dar.
cameraman here.
We'll also see how far the.
We'll see if Dar.
Yeah,
we'll see if Gary lets you get there.
Or we'll see if the signal stays
There
upright.
you go.
All right.
Okay, we're trying to get in signal range. Came out on top, Coach.
Well, there was nothing about that, obviously, that was easy for us, as anybody would attest. You've got to credit Sioux City East for really playing an outstanding football game. They took advantage of every break, and we didn't execute in hardly any phase of that game. But we were able to come back and win, and, we'll take it. We're not going to complain about a playoff victory, so if it was by 3 or by 33, we'll take it.
And King did a lot of it on his own in that last drive.
Yeah, he ran. Showed some character from our offense to get it down there and put us in position, but we know we got to be better. What we saw out here tonight won't get it done at any other level of these playoffs, so we know we've got to clean things up, but we will.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you, Dar.
There you have it, Coach Gary Swenson.
Yeah, that's. I was hoping Dar would say Dar Danielson reporting down from the field, but Dar, we appreciate you so much tonight. Thank you so much for all your work down there. It is a final. Valley defeats Sioux City East. You could hear it in Coach Swenson's voice. Definitely not happy by any means, but a win's a win, and you'll take it. Valley moves on to the second round, where they will take on Johnston next week at Valley Stadium. For Carson, Pete, and everyone on our camera crew, we appreciate everyone so much. Aaron down there with Dar Danielson down on the field. Our producer, Justin. He's John Schaefer. I'm Blake Walker saying so long from Valley Stadium, where Valley defeats Sioux City East 31-28. Thank you so much for watching the Central Iowa Sports Network.